everybody. Gonna talk about it today, man. Irregardless of how people feeling about this situation here, I am going to be speaking about Crazy Joe and the antics, all the situations we got going on with him. I'm waiting for some few people to come here. I don't care how much people come in the room or not, because I know this topic is not something for a hip-hop channel. I know the algorithm of YouTube is not used to me speaking on Joe Biden-related issues or what's going on with choices of life or not, versus all that. We're going to have to talk about something I'm noticing everybody losing their minds and people picking sides with this. I don't know. I don't care about how much people on the live or not, but we're going to make sure this gets across and we speak about this the right way. Hold on. Let me pause this. Sorry, y'all. Y'all let me know if the computer screen is freezing for y'all or not. I'll go ahead and get that squared away. So that's why I kind of want to know right now, is your live screen freezing up for you? If it's not, let me know. If everything is running smooth, running all right, we can proceed, you know what I'm saying, to begin. I should have put it at a lower level for you guys, but I'm about to start, man. This is early morning wake and bake. Oh, we got 16 people in here. This is good enough people to start this conversation. Oh, 27 people in here. We're going to start this conversation with receipts and everything. Little Pressure said, this is a Republican law. Why is this Joe Biden's fault? Me and you are two different people. Already you started with a weird path that I can't, go back and forth with you. I only can use you in the chat room to prove I'm correct about most people who claim they're pro-choice have lost their goddamn minds. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Look, disclaimer, this video is an educational purpose video. This video is not used nor made to attack anybody. This video is not here to prove who's better, who's more right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Little Pressure, if you don't calm your little happy ass down and act like a grown ass fucking individual, I'm gonna have to remove you from the room. I don't want to block nobody. I don't feel like going back and forth with a motherfucker making themselves seem like a complete clown, bro. It doesn't matter if I'm from Florida or not, or Dissonance. Nigga, all right, let me put your dumb ass on timeout, nigga. I knew you was a fuckboy from the start, but I be trying to give people chances, bro. You be writing some weird shit every time we go live, my nigga. And you're more weirder than most females who feel passionate and emotional about this. I'm only gonna put you on timeout. I ain't blocking you, but you a fucking weirdo. I already know you a troll, but we allow you to be in here because you don't attack families, you don't attack people, so I can respect that. I only allow dumbass niggas like you in here because for some weird reason, it works for part of the show. I like people seeing the clown motherfuckers in the room asking all the dumb questions, so I say nothing. But right now, you're not going to disturb the room. You're on timeout. Calm the fuck down. Slide back in when you know how to behave like a professional. You asked me 7 fucking questions. You didn't even give me time to answer one of your weird questions. I already see what you're doing. You're not going to stop the discourse. Now, ladies and gentlemen, disclaimer again. Today's episode on the Blessed One podcast on I Smoke Hip Hop Live is only about respectful conversations. I know what the other side do. People who don't like Republicans or conservatives. I'm not a Republican, or maybe I am. I don't know if I'm a conservative. Maybe I am. I just know I have ideas and values that I believe in. Don't trump on mine because you believe in yours. That's why we have debates. We debate things in a civilized world. We don't just attack people because we have difference of opinion. And this is what a lot of these pro-life people actually like. Pro-choice people like to do. If you are pro-life, I don't know what's pro-life and pro-choice. I just know I protect civil liberties for those who don't have a mouth. Facts. A fetus can't tell you they don't want to be dead. A scientist will tell you a fetus doesn't have life or anything like that. I'm not out here to act like I'm a scientist and preach misinformation. We don't preach misinformation over here. These are my forms of opinion and what I believe in. And I'm going to use this whole show today to talk about, shout out to Carlo V in the building. I see you, bro. Shout out to King Bomber. Shout out to Keisha Lou. She said, like Number 2, and being sick of Joe. Told y'all niggas don't. You didn't tell me, Keisha. I voted for Donald Trump 2 times. And I'm going to vote for him for a 3rd time. So you speaking to everybody else, Keisha. Please don't put me in a group. I don't represent majority of the people or little of the people. I represent myself, sweetheart. Yes, I don't want to hear about the people talking about, I told you sick of Joe, because where were all you motherfuckers when it came time to vote for Trump? You motherfuckers were in hiding. No disrespect to nobody. I don't want to hear from any motherfucker out here talking about, I told you let's vote for Trump, or it's too late. No disrespect. It's too late. Where were you when we needed the black folks who voted, who wanted to vote for Trump to speak up? You were in hiding. It's too late to talk about, I told you so. No, because if anything, I'm the main one. Shout out to you, Keisha, but I'm the main one who can go. Oh, I know you're not talking to me, Keisha. Beautiful to you. I'm just using this as a segue because I've seen a million people now talking about Trump, Trump, Trump. And for 8 years and some longer than 8 years, you can ask my wife, I got attacked and ridiculed, which I don't really care because I'm a grown man. But by black folks who's like, you voted for Trump. I even had white people telling me as a black man who I should vote for. Can you believe that? White people going, how can a black man vote for Trump? How can a black man vote for Hillary or Joe Sliding? I don't care if you told me Donald Trump had a Klan mask on him and he went to Klan meetings every day. I still would have voted for him versus the best of the evil or whatever, because if you're comparing who's evil or not, go look at what Hillary has actually done to people who look like you and me. Go look at what Joe Biden not only has said, but laws that he has passed to hurt people that look like you and me. So I'm not trying to hear nothing about, do you like Trump more? Do you like Biden more? Because for today, this is to highlight Joe Biden and his followers. Facts. Joe Biden, in my personal opinion, has destroyed the country. My personal opinion, people who, the pro-Trump Supreme Court versus this is disinformation from Florida free. What? The pro-Trump Republican Supreme Court. Hey, if anybody's saying free little pressure again, I'm going to give you a pass. Let's get wet. If anybody, a moderator said, if anybody's saying free little pressure again, get them the fuck out of here too. They keep thinking I'm their favorite YouTubers and I allow the fuckery. We only allow the fuckery when it's funny. But when you corny as fuck, get the fuck out of here. We're not going to block you, but we'll be happy to put you on a timeout so you can recorrect your mind. Now, let's get started with this. I've been talking a lot. I rather get the receipt started. This is what you pro-life people remind me of. I'm going to show you, pro-choice. This is a pro-choice woman right here, ladies and gentlemen. I personally think she's lost her damn mind. No disrespect to nobody. Women have a right to choice, but men too. We're going to get into that. But let's look at this lady here. Hold on.
Government care. Do you think like baby?
Hey, Keisha, I'm sorry you had an argument. I already can tell what you went through. Trust me, and you're a female too. I can tell what black people was treating you like when you told them you wanted to vote for Trump. When you told them you didn't like Hillary, you didn't like Joe Biden. Believe it or not, black people will attack you more than any other race if you tell them you voted for anything Republican or conservative. It seems that, listen to white people in the world, my people, my black people, I'm not going to criticize their intelligence, but no matter what education system they went to or they were raised in, these people will vote for the same parties no matter what the politician favors or likes. These people will vote for the plantations of the Democratic Party till the day ends, till the days comes. Whether it makes sense to you or not, believe me, black folks are stuck forever on the Democratic Party. I will respect any black person that tells me, why the fuck did you vote Republican? Fuck the Democrats and the Republican. I can somewhat respect people who are looking at it from that aspect of not believing in votes. But when you're coming at people because you want us to vote for you don't hear me forcing you people to vote for Trump. Why would I do that? My body, my choice, right?
Babies who are going to die should be resuscitated and be given care. Do you believe that like a baby who's born alive during an abortion at Planned Parenthood should get care?
No.
Did you hear that? She said, do you believe that a baby, shout out to Jamel Fareed, a baby, you know, like basically who survived the abortion. Because one thing you guys don't know, all these pro-choice people, they don't even look at the research. You know, and all these abortions, a lot of them, majority of these babies survived. Go look at educational purpose, what goes through on a route of an abortion. Have you got, all you pro-choice people, have you ever sat down and shut the fuck up for one moment and stop being self-loathing and making everything about yourself? My body, my choice. Have you seen what happens to these fetuses in these clinics when they vacuum them, educational purpose, out your body? And I'm not being disingenuous. That's exactly what happened. They vacuum it out your body. That child survives a lot of the times, and they don't share that with society. They don't talk about when that so-called fetus that you pro-choice people claim is not alive, when they survive it and they're very well alive. But they don't speak on these topics and issues because it's better not to look at that life being vacuumed away. It's better to pretend you had nothing in your womb so you can live with yourself when you wake up and you got rid of that baby. Listen, you're not going to see certain females in my chat room today because, best believe it or not, most females and most dudes, I'm talking both parties, they only like when they're being told they're right, but they don't like a difference of opinion. Notice certain people you don't see here right now. And I'm not mad at them. I know what society is.
Planned Parenthood should get care?
Joining me now.
Salute to the 050 movement in the building.
I was Kristen Hawkins. Kristen, you travel the country visiting college campuses, talking to students. You really kind of pointed out the, you know, illogical thinking is one thing. It's sad. It's funny in a way, but it's very sad. What happened next after that exchange?
Well, I actually
Refuse to lose, say they put them in a soup cup. Because we have weird, disingenuous people in the room, refuse to lose, I'm going to clarify it by saying it like this for you, beautiful queen. It's your opinion that because I would like you to show me a link, and I believe you they do that, but unfortunately we're in a world where free speech is not tolerated anymore. You know what I mean? All these people who say my body, my choice, they're full of shit. Because the minute someone gives their own opinion or whatever, these people act like we belong in prison, in jail. So at the end of the day, let me make it more clarity. Okay. Woman's right to abortion. What about a man's right to wanting to keep that child? I've been hearing this, my body, my choice. Then don't fucking speak about child support. To all the women and men who want to defend my body, my choice, I don't want to hear anything about child support. Because a man has to pay child support for a baby that he's being told he has no rights. And even when you claim he has a right, you still say the woman has the right of that child's survivability or anything. So she should pay for the consequences in the choice. My personal opinion, if we're going to have this world where women can have my body, my rights, whatever it is, I don't even know how to say their dumb, narcotic BS. They like to push that BS narrative to everybody because they don't really believe in that bullshit. It just sounds good, once again, for people who are whores out here. I'm going to say it what y'all scared to say. I'm going to tell you the number one excuse women who are out here being whores, because men are whores too, but it is what it is. Women who are out here being whores would tell you and I that we're the most distasteful people in the world. And one way they always try to get rid of this argument is with the rape word. They'll claim that most women out here are being raped. So abortion should be there for that. When we all know it's at the 97th or higher percentile that most women who do abortions have never or have been in a rape situation that made them do the abortion. Educational purpose. It's facts. Most women, it's either a bitch named Cindy down the street who got pregnant by Greg on the corner. Greg was fucking her homegirl and he got her pregnant too. She was embarrassed by that, about what her family thought about her, about what her friends thought about her. Oops, I don't want to keep this baby anymore. I want to get rid of it. And that's the real truth about what abortion is in Western societies, Western countries. It's motherfuckers who are childlike people who refuse to grow up. So they want that safe haven where they can make any fuck ups in their life they want to. That's what my body and my choice is. So I can make any fuck ups I want to, right? Do anything I want. Then have a safe haven to get rid of that fuck up so nobody can judge me and say anything to me and I can, my body, my choice. No, my whore, my rights. I stand on that. I was in Clubhouse yesterday and people, every single woman who was defending abortions, none of them had a crucial point where I could sit back and I could say to myself, I can see where you're going with this. I can somewhat agree with you or even agree to disagree. I couldn't, because every single one of their dumb arguments was women getting raped and my body, my choice. They never have a fucking real argument. You hear me? It's never a real argument when you debate with any of these clowns at the clown show. So I stand, remember, this is a disclaimer again. This video today is not spreading misinformation. It's about opinions based on other views likes of everybody else out here. Bro thinks women come from his, okay, little pressure. I'm going to keep putting you on timeout. I'm not going to block you. You want me to block you, so you keep running dumb shit. Hey, watch this, y'all. Little pressure, you won't have no voice here until you click on the links. Anybody, and this is to anybody, I'm going to put the phone numbers and the Streamyards so we can have a real conversation. Fuck that. I'm going to show you these pussified niggas that be in the chat room. Weak ass nigga like Little Pressure is either probably a female using a fake account or a weak ass nigga in his whole life. That's why he call his bitch ass Little Pressure. A nigga that calls himself Pressure that has no pressure. You can't make this up. So I'm going to show you. Let's see if Little Pressure really is about little pressure. Hold on. I'm going to teach y'all what these fuck boys, why I don't take them serious. So y'all can know I'm not a mean person. I would never take a bitch ass nigga that calls himself Little Pressure, but he never applies pressure. The nigga always behaves in an irrational way and he never comes up to speak his piece. Just bitch tactics. Not that even my 5-year-old, 3-year-old, 2, 10-year-old, all my sons don't even behave and all of them are under the age of 9 years old. Facts. So Little Pressure, let's see what pressure you got. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to teach y'all something about these niggas, man. Hold on. I'm going to teach y'all something about these niggas, man. Nigga call himself Little Pressure. We're going to see. And this is not just for Little Pressure. To any weak motherfucker in the room that just knows how to criticize, but you can't stand on your 10 toes and speak your piece. You feel me? Everybody knows what's expected. That's right. That's right, man. You know, somewhere there's a woman screaming this right now.
Oh my gosh.
Weak ass nigga calls himself Little Pressure. You right. All we get from you is little pressure or no pressure. Nigga, you are absolutely right about your name. Even though I'm being condescending right now, you are absolutely correct about your name. Little Pressure. And we don't attack, we don't tease nobody here, but once somebody tease me or attack me, I don't get mad. Sticks and stones. To all you pro-choice people and my body, my choice, sticks and stones. I wish you guys would apply that to your everyday life. Sticks and stones. Didn't they teach us that in kindergarten? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to put this in the chat room right now. Hold on. I didn't stop the show. We're still going to go through the receipts. Hey, this is a different type of live I'm trying to do for y'all. You hear me? I'm just really smoking right now, educational purpose, and I'm having a conversation. This ain't even our normal shows, our hip-hop shows. If they can lose their mind for this, I'm going to bring these topics back every morning. Attack me, I don't get mad. Hold on. Let's put the Streamyard. Here's the Streamyard, y'all. And then I'm going to put the phone number. Hang on. We got the Streamyard right here. And we got the phone number right there. And let's pin it now. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. We're going to pin both. Sometimes these folks, bro, I'm going to just let y'all know the truth, bro. These folks, they scare me, bro. These folks are weird. They got like this weird fucking... You know, like, oh, I'm gonna throw this nigga all down. Nigga, it's early in the morning. Ain't you sleeping in some pussy? Like, ain't you trying to chase some tail or have in the morning? I don't feel like arguing with a nigga all day. We can debate, but I don't feel like arguing with a nigga in the morning, gang. I don't wake up to just argue for no fucking reason. Now, to anybody else Tell they bitch bless one. This the internet. We ain't be gangsta Amsterdam. Shout out to Amsterdam and Europe in the building. You feel me? Now, what I need somebody to do, if you're gonna disrupt the conversations, all you gotta do is click on the links that you see there. No more excuses. Click on the link. We'll take you serious. Click if you don't feel like clicking on the link, the only thing I expect you to do to yourself is a simple. Now let's continue and proceed with the show. The show must go on, yes.
Actually asked her why she didn't believe that babies who are born alive during a failed abortion should be allowed to live. And she said, well, we've already determined it's not a baby. And then she went on to say, I know you said science, but... and so what she pointed out was a cognitive dissonance we see all the time on college campuses across the country. And I don't know whether or not I changed her mind, but I know she certainly changed the minds of a lot of pro-choice students who actually came to the event to protest me. I got to see their eyes light up when she pointed out the leftist hypocrisy on this issue.
All right, I'm not trying to listen to this lady all day, but I wanted people to know about that same hypocrisy. Not just that, I'd rather go to these look, this is your man. Hold on, let me show you something right quick. This is what pro-choice people do to people who don't believe in killing babies. They do things like beat people up, spit in people's faces, attack people, belittle you, silence you. These are people who think they standing up for justice. I want you all to look at the people who believe in aborting babies, educational purpose. Look at the mindset of the people who believe in aborting babies. It makes sense why they attack and they're very violent people. It makes perfect sense why people who believe in abortions are very violent people. Salute to Andre in the building.
Punched a young pro-life woman in the face at an abortion activist punched a young pro-life woman in the face at a Supreme Court rally. That is this week's Speak Out segment. 23-year-old pro-lifer Autumn Schimmer started her new role with Students for Life Action just last week. Days later, during her first week on the new job, an abortion activist punched her in the face on the steps of the Supreme Court as she rallied in support of Judge Amy Coney Barrett's nomination. Take a look at this.
Abortion kills a human person. Abortion kills a human person. Abortion kills a human person. Okay. All right. She just got hit in the face. Can we have an officer? She got hit in the face. Who hit you?
I was on mute. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for the people who's telling me I'm on mute. I'm saying this to the people, to all the people who don't believe that a fetus is alive, to all the people who believe a fetus is dead or whatever educational purpose. Can we all agree that a fetus is still a human or a part of human beings? Whether you agree that it's alive or not, we can get in that argument on a later date. Because I'm not a science or a doctor, and you sensitive people will say it's misinformation. So I'm going to make sure I put a disclaimer. I don't want to say I have proof or whatnot. I will say that a fetus is a human being. Can we all come to the conclusion and agreement? A fetus is a human being. That's all I wanted to say. Somebody hit on the Streamyard. Or Refuse to Lose. Let me let Refuse to Lose get off. Shout out to you, Queen.
What's going on, family? I never understood that. Having no babies myself. At 4 months, basically, your baby is kicking you. And so how could you let somebody tell you it's not a life when you feeling the baby actually kicking, you feeling bones, and you feeling things? I never understood that.
Go ahead, speak your piece. Keep going. You
I feel
on it.
I think that is murder. Once you're able to feel the life of your baby, I think it should be off limits. I mean, you knew in the beginning of the pregnancy, know what the situation was. Would you keep it or not keep it or whatever the case? But for you to actually just remove a life, for the most part, even with studying and certain things, when they do that, they're breaking bones and stuff piece by piece, depending on the size of the fetus. People don't know that stuff when they go and laying up there 6 months pregnant, almost dying, and I can't really get into it because it's touchy for me. It is.
Refuse to lose. I want you to take the floor and go in deeper. And I love you for having the courage. Well, I know we friends anyways, but for having the courage for clicking that link, because Little Pressure is still in the chat room talking I can't say that word on YouTube, but talking his dumbass shit. And I'm going to keep putting notice, we're not going to block him because we don't really block people here, but we're going to keep putting a coward who's talking shit nonstop about everything else other than abortion. You know what I'm saying? Because you're deflecting, weak nigga. If you're not going to click the link, you have no voice on this topic. You're not going to click the link, I'm going to keep putting you on timeout and treating you like the sucker nigga you is. Continue, Queen.
And then they have, they've asked when it's little, and it's the truth. And I'm still say educational purposes only, but I know for a fact they put it in a wonton soup thing with a top on it. And I know that for a fact. Because I know somebody used to work there. That's for a fact. And
what do you feel about that fact? Let's not keep saying
I think
one
it's
because
murder.
they're sensitive. Oh, okay.
I think any abortion is murder because you know what you up against. I started young with my high school sweetheart. We had our first child, but we also married down the line and had 5 more kids. But that wasn't an option for us. Nobody could tell us to do that. That just wasn't an option. Right. And, and a lot of times people use these different tactics, that R word, and that don't even be the case on some real shit.
Right.
Some people is immune to doing that to themselves. I know people that have had it over and over.
Now, hold on. The neighborhood, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hey, the neighborhood, good morning. What's up?
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
We great. I hope.
Hey, I'm calling in to get in on this. Obviously, I do not believe in abortion. Obviously, I believe that that there's a life in existence. Now, at the same time, I don't know if I want to stop people from having them just due to people getting raped and assaulted under certain circumstances. But I definitely do not agree with abortions because I definitely think we're destroying a human life. It's something that we can help create, but something we cannot actually put life into. So who gives us the right to take that life?
Go deeper in neighborhood. I want both of you two to go. I want refuse. I want to fall back because I'm a fan of people. So to hear the neighborhood, I don't know, and you seem like a good brother because people like porn bombing. Hold on. To anybody who think they're gonna get up on the Streamyard and porn bomb the platform, I hate to tell you, I have a certain brand new app with IP addresses, and I'm not gonna go deeper. Most military or police dudes in the room know what app I'm talking about. So to any lame ass nigga that wanna come in the room and porn bomb because you can't be a grown up, I'm even allowing you to cuss me out. If you hate me that much and you wanna cuss me out, I'm a man. I got only brothers, no sisters. I'm cool with that. Leave families alone and quit porn bombing, and you can rock out. Facts. Now the neighborhood and refuse to lose, go at it. Shout out.
I feel like it, that a lot of times people do use these different things, and a lot of times they use that thing because they could get it done for free. But nobody's making them present proof, such as police reports and those kind of things, while the state is paying for this stuff.
I mean, I agree there should be some type of proof, but I guess I know a personal situation. I used to just totally didn't agree with abortions at all, that they should shut them down. But I know a personal situation of someone who was actually assaulted. Right. And, well, I know two. One, that they actually had the abortion. The other one, the baby is here. The young man is here today. But every time his mama look at him, she's basically looking at her rape victim. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where I'm coming from with that. Not the fact I'm not for abortion one bit whatsoever. I do just believe there could be some circumstances that it should be allowed.
And no, those things do happen. That's absolutely true. And a lot of times, when kids are born into those situations, those kids become problem children. No,
Right.
because of the way they was treated and stuff. And so, no, in that kind of situation, a lot of times a mother still don't want to get rid of her baby. It's not until she actually give birth and realize, oh shit, there's no father, there's no this, no, but because of her love for herself and the belief in what she was carrying, she decides to give forth and give birth. But they do
Yeah,
things they don't have the support that they should have for as their family and those kind of things. Yeah, we got you, had your baby, we gonna help you, and then when they get mad at you, it's some other shit.
Can I ask you both,
right.
the neighborhood and refuse to lose? It seems to me like it's a part. It's like now celebrated when a woman. It's one thing if you believe in abortions, but it's another thing to be celebrated and called a strong woman because you went through with an abortion. Like it's a party.
Let me tell you something. It's not like pushing out a baby, and nobody will take that pain from me.
Hey, and I want to say the other thing. A lot of these pro-choice people have double standards on things too. They pro-choice about some things, and then they're not about the other. And like for instance, y'all, I went out and I was talking to some people, and this is when the abortion stuff first came out. And I
Hmm.
would ask some people about, are you pro-choice or you against abortion? They'll be like, well, I'm pro-choice, and they'll go on. Why? Well, it's my body, my choice. Well, okay, then how about the vaccine then? Then they get quiet.
Hey,
Well,
education
well, well,
purposes.
well, huh? Education purposes. Then they get quiet all of a
Right,
sudden.
right, right.
So what? My thing is, which one is it, y'all? We
Hold on.
can't have it
Let
both.
me neighborhood. Let me make a quick disclaimer because YouTube changed the rules. You guys didn't do
Yep.
nothing wrong. Hold on. Let me just say it like this. We're not debating about COVID-19. We're not spreading
Correct.
misinformation because we're not doctors or science. We have our own opinion about it, but we're not talking about it. What the good brother is talking about to the people who are saying and complaining about the mask or whatnot, he's echoing a segment in the community that agree with the good brother about the people who are debating about my body, my choice. Because I don't want people to flag, because you can flag if you want to, but YouTube will get rid of you in a heartbeat because you're lying. So I
You're
just wanted to
lying.
do that. Continue, y'all.
Okay, and just for the record, y'all, educational purposes, I'm not for or against the vaccine. Just so people will know.
The jab. We gotta call it the jab.
Jab. Okay, the jab. I'm sorry, y'all, but
Yeah,
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 it's just
Craig,
funny
Craig,
how
the jab. I'm against the jab, to be honest with you. But go ahead, brother.
I am
feel,
too. I
I
am
know
too,
you
Jab.
but
I
helping me
got
out.
the jab
Hey,
now.
bro,
I got
you
the
helping me
jab.
out, bro. I ain't even mad at you. You know how to play the game. Salute to you, bro.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's just crazy how they go back and they just can't make up their minds, and eventually we wondering why everybody confused is because we have all these confused messages that's being sent. We have all
It
these
is.
double standards just across the board that are being sent, and it seems like in today's society, no one can stand for anything. They just go like the wind, whichever way the wind blow. That's how they feel in that day.
Yeah.
I agree
I
with you.
still feel like I said, I feel like, if it was a situation that was out of your control, that's absolutely different. Does that say that I'm flip flopping? No, I says that if that mother really believes in her whole soul, she has no support system. There's no way she could feed this child. She has a $75,000 a year job. She don't know what to do. That's her decision. But I feel like if you lay down and you go down there and they like, oh, you was here last week. Oh, wasn't you here last month? Oh, you the lady from two. No, that means you are willingly setting yourself up for these procedures.
My body, my choice, and it's your choice to murder a young adolescent. I really believe that. Go ahead, y'all.
What you say, blessed one?
Oh, you heard me, baby girl. They said my body. They said my body, my
Wait,
choice.
no,
I
wait
agree.
now.
It's your
Blessed
body
one.
and it's your choice to kill the
No,
fetus.
yeah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
Yeah,
I
but
feel
some
like
of them Some of
feel
them are
like
just
it
using
depends
it as a
on your
birth control.
situation. I don't feel like you
my
should lay down.
body, my choice has destroyed so many people. They are absolutely correctly. When the neighborhood gets drive-bys and the nigga shoots up the block, my
Let me ask
body,
you
my
something.
choice. When they get your young folks on drugs and got your baby girl on the corners of the streets, my body, my choice. When they take your son and put fentanyl and all that up in him, my body, my choice. When
Listen,
that husband of yours is smacking you upside down, going oops upside the head, my
I
body,
don't know
my
nothing about
choice.
that. Let's one. I need you to do me a favor, and then we're gonna do another video. I need you to look up how many mothers die on the table at those procedures. That's the research.
Refuse to lose. Last night I was in a room. I don't know. Shout out. I think it's called the Marathon on
I
Clubhouse.
thought I seen you come across my phone, but when I went to the club, I didn't see you.
Right, that room had a great debate. It was like 1,000-some people in there, men and women, but you had women echoing my same sentiments and saying, you speaking on your real salute to the good brother Maybach Mel in the room, and they're telling me that what I'm doing is being fair, because most people who are pro-choice like me pro-life. We pro-life like me, we attack pro-choice. But what I did was like, let's have a real civil conversation, and it was more,
Right.
It was more saying, all right, man, look. And I think I wrote some of the notes here. I like writing things because especially when I'm smoking and I'm a talking ass nigga. I'm admitted like. Like in 1974, 31-year-old Senator Joe Biden said Roe versus Wade went too far. The Catholic, remember keyword, the Catholic Democrat now says if he is elected president, he would. Yeah, I keep receipts over here. The Democrat now says if he's elected president, he would make Roe versus Wade the law of the land. Correspondent Eric Rosales examined how Joe Biden's political platform clashes with his Catholic faith. Because what happened was when Joe was a little bit younger in the 70s, Crazy Joe was going in on you people who are my body, my choice. Yeah. Crazy Joe seems to be like any other typical politician, including the dude I like, Donald Trump, because he's guilty of that too. But at least I admit it. But you Democrats, y'all don't see politicians change like the wind, bro. You think he ain't somewhere agreeing with the Roe versus Wade? By the way, thank God Roe versus Wade is about to hit 50 years. 49 years of that garbage, and you want me to shut up and act? There's nothing in the Constitution that states you guys are entitled to kill a human being. You show me that, and the Constitution will be in your favor, good brother, good sister. It doesn't show that at all. That's why a lot of these so-called Supreme Court justices, which I don't really have respect for anyways, let's not get that twisted, but a lot of them had to stop because people been against that since the beginning. They put Roe versus Wade into an act as a bill. The majority of people was against that. That was taking over our civil rights and liberation by making that Roe versus Wade. Look into it and you'll understand. So they have to look at it and do the right thing, and they're going to abolish that. A lot of you people are angry at the fact that you have to have accountability for your actions. You may not like the military or not. One thing it taught a dumbass nigga like me who was about the F shit every day, doing stupid shit in the streets. I was like, damn, bro, you have to take responsibilities for your actions no matter what. I got jumped allegedly by some of the drill sergeants because I got a potty mouth. I'm thinking niggas are on the streets in the block. They beat allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, they whooped the shit out of me in that room. They know I'm a nigga.
I went through the same thing, bro. I was on a ship, bro, and my mouth was big. My chief in my first class took me down in the lounge, took that shirt off allegedly, and beat my ass.
Hey, it was the best medicine I had in my life, bro. Best medicine, brother. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And it took me a while to learn that they were saving my life. So no disrespect to people in pro-choice. Look, even if you disagree with anybody who's pro-choice, I find it very vile and weird that you have a hate and disdain for people fighting for life. I mean, I got tattoos on me that says live life. Like when I'm behind the scenes with a refuse to lose, we having real, remember, like I don't want to tell people our personal situation. Remember I told you it was snowing in Georgia, and instead of worrying about the snow, you was telling me about that serious thing. And that's how life should be about. And my thing is like, what the world should be looking at pro-choice people while you having anger with pro-life. It should be stared at you guys, because that's weird, bro. That's weird that I want to see life continue and you have issues with that. I would never in my life for God give me energy to understand where does this thing come from, y'all having this hatred and saying names, because that's all most pro-choice people do is name call. All pro-life, I'm not going to lie to you, boy, they got some foundational conversations you could listen to.
I think people just have to be careful what they're doing. I have 7 children of my own. 6 from a marriage who are very successful. And then my 16-year-old, her father is deceased. But, we dated, and I started in 1990 with my firstborn. And, that's successful, but that doesn't mean that everybody always end up with the right person or the person that's ready to be a dad or a mom it don't come with rules. Let's get that right. But once you lay down and you do that, that responsibilities come with that. And so in that case, I don't believe that no one should go 20 times because you can die up there. It's serious. Mm-hmm. Hey, Maybach.
Hey, what's up? Nah.
The chat room couldn't hear me, right? I apologize. Hold on. I apologize to the people in the chat room. I was on mute. Only the Streamyard could have heard me. But it's a good number to have a conversation. Eve Capricorn said, it's time to start getting these married boys and others that are getting these women pregnant. It's time to get these boys fixed. They're the issue also. Let's keep it real. I have an opinion, but I want to hear from y'all. Go ahead.
Bless one. Let me say something on that one, please. My first child when I was in the Navy, y'all, and I was 19 years old. So to sit up here and tell you that I was the best father at 19, I would be a liar. But I'm glad that my daughter is here to this day, and we're having good relationships now. But I was young too, and I didn't know what I was doing, so that didn't give me no reason to go get rid of them.
Of course.
Facts, brother. I like that.
And our relationship has suffered for it, but bro, the thing is, she's still here, I'm still here, and we can fix all that.
I know that's right. That's true.
Correct. Listen, at the end of the day, right? These people don't want us to have kids, all right? And if anybody does their research or J. Edgar Hoover already wrote the playbook to infiltrate the houses, you know what I'm saying? The homes, the black homes in our community. He wrote the playbook to all the stuff that's happening now. He wrote that back then to take out the Black Panther Party, labeling them the terrorist group. And that same man, and I'm gonna quote his words, he said the biggest threat to America then is black people, or I should say melanated people, because black is an adjective. It's not a noun. All right. So we're melanated people. That's what we should refer ourselves to, not African Americans, not anything else. Yes, my parents are from Haiti, so I do say that I'm Haitian, even though I wasn't born there. But what's flowing through my blood veins is a Haitian blood. That's the true blood. You get what I'm saying? So people need to start doing research. We can have these conversations, but my thing is always what's the solution? And I like that the fact that you went live and you're having a serious conversation, because we need to have these conversations, even though YouTube may try to censor us. Because I learned at a very young age, only a liar wants to silence the truth.
Look at the numbers, Mel. You want to know we're not getting censored? If I change this title to Drill Movement right now, I promise you 200 and up at least minimum.
And that's what they want.
Like it like that, exactly. I told myself, I always tell myself that, y'all know I rock with the views, whether we got 100,000 people in the room or 2, because I like conversation. I'm a talking ass nigga. And
correct.
Right now, I'm
but
happy
you're also
I even
intelligent,
got this
though.
amount. Thank you, brother. Thank you. But I don't want
You
to keep
already know.
talking. You guys are on it. I want the neighborhood Hebrew and Refuse to Lose to keep shining me in, because I disagree with Eve Capricorn about men needing to get a vasectomy. You say my body, my choice. When you have the right, listen. I'm a nigga at heart. Can we talk like niggas? It's not to offend nobody. Close your goddamn leg, baby girl.
Correct.
Close your goddamn leg.
Because I'm not going to tell a woman. I would never tell a lady not to have any children. If she feels that she's responsible and she's ready as a parent, like the good brother said, I think his name is Neighboring, like he said, at 19, he had his first child. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that I had my first child at 40 years old. And I'm in my mid 40s. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because I was running the streets too wild out here in Boston in the 90s. I went to prison, so I wouldn't have been a good father. So I'm happy that it happened as an, me having knowledge and me being a grown up and know right from wrong, and knowing that, okay, me and the mother may not get along. We may have our differences, but it's not about us. It's about the child. And that's where people get lost at. People, take out, oh, well, he left me for another man, or she left me for, you know what I'm saying? Another man, or whatever the case may be. That's besides the point. As a man and as a woman, we have a responsibility, and we obligated to our children to raise them the best people that they can be and be the better version of ourselves. That's why we have generations where we had our great-grandparents, our grandparents, our parents, and then now it's us. So we have to keep continuing. And I raise my kids with the old school. If my kids get out of line, I spank my kids. I don't let the state tell me that I can't spank my child and stuff like that. But as far as abortions go, man, we already know about the Planned Parenthood, what they've been doing behind the scenes with some of these abortions that happen. You know what I'm saying? Selling fetuses and all this other stuff. This is all
I can't disagree. No, I can't disagree with you, because especially if you say it's public, but for YouTube purposes, we're going to say disclaimer. The platform is not on a conversation of whether this is true or not. We don't spread misinformation. If people want to know why I keep talking about misinformation, go read the new YouTube rules. I have no choice to keep saying that, even though if I concur with them or not. Sorry, y'all.
Correct. That's rules and guidelines, the community guidelines that we have to follow, and policies. You get what I'm saying? We're using somebody's platform. So, and that's what they're trying to do with all this social media. They don't want the truth to be out there. That's why we have to speak in codes, not say the, whatever the jab. I say the juice, the cocoa. There's other code names that we could use.
You call it the juice?
Yeah, the juice, the cocoa. You know what I'm saying? All of that. They want you to have that cocoa. You know what I mean? No, let me have what I want to have. I want coffee. I don't want cocoa. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, but yeah,
Real.
Go ahead.
People
Eve.
need to start waking up.
Hold on, y'all. We got Eve, and we welcome anybody with a different viewpoint. Go ahead, Eve. I disagree with you, but I want to hear your point of view, honestly. But go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? Love from Louisiana. How y'all doing?
Hey, Eve, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
The only reason why I say what I say is I'm the nurse that work in the hospital, and I see the things that y'all are talking about. And I see it around me too, not just in the hospital. I see it in the community. Is why I say it's not just based on, like, I agree with you. It's not just based on, like, with women. It's also up to men. So that's why I said from the last comment that he made about, what he did for his family, but that's you. I'm talking about for the community of men that are getting these women pregnant and leaving these kids out here, not being taken care of. And what we see in the hospital, he's showing up with his wife 1 week. Next year, he in there. We see him with the other girl, and if he having a baby, she in there by herself. He's MIA, nowhere on the scene. That's why I say, men should be fit or they need a birth control.
You cold. Eve, you
they
cold.
They on that right now because they out here reckless.
You cold.
Can I speak on that, Eve? Yes, you might see that, but if that woman knew he was married, she should keep her legs closed. Why he need to go and cut himself?
That's why she has birth control too. I mean, he going in too. You married. Why is you with another woman? You already know the stakes is high. And if she trying to trap you up, she already got it on her mind to trap you up. So why are you with somebody that if she want to be with you, she going to do what she got to do to keep you? So
it's both genders.
When the lady tells,
the wrong head.
Yeah,
sorry.
but it's both genders though. Eve, at the end of the day, it's both genders. People are now like, listen, when I
But
grew up,
one gender can
right?
get
Listen,
pregnant. One gender
I
can
believe
get pregnant.
I believe we all adults here, right? We all adults. I was born in 76. So I lived through the 80s and I seen what was going on and lived through the 90s as a teenager. But what I'm saying is people need to get to know one another. And when I say that, I'm talking about, it might be corny, people might laugh, but it's the truth. Get to know what the female likes. I'm talking about her favorite color, her favorite food. How many people is doing that nowadays, is actually getting to know somebody's middle name? You understand? Or nicknames that the family's calling them. And I'm talking about on both genders. I'm not
That's
just
when
going to
you're in a
saturate
committed relationship. I'm talking about when these men are out here spreading their seeds to other people outside the household. That's what a
Yes, but
majority of
you
these kids
can't
are
be
coming from.
one-sided.
And that's why they're in the abortion clinic.
But it can't be one-sided and you just talking about men. But what about the
About
women?
men and women.
Listen,
It's her
we need to take
responsibility
accountability
to
though.
do
As
regular
people, we all both say, if you feel grown and you lay down with a woman and you got her pregnated, I feel that it's your right and your obligation to take care of that child. And I said this, no matter what goes on in the relationship. Okay?
I agree.
Exactly. So it's both sides. I'm not just gonna blame the women and make it seem like, oh, you know, I'm a male chauvinist and it's all about male. It's both parties. And that's what I'm talking about. So if he was a bum when you met him, how come he's a bum after the fact that he doesn't want to take care of it? You get what I'm saying?
Why do we have to school grown people? Why do we have to have sex education all over again? We know. If I'm laying down, you having sex with no condom, I'm going to get pregnant. And you know, if you having sex with me, you stand a high risk of getting me pregnant.
Correct.
So that's really, it's on both parties.
And that's what I'm saying.
But Eve,
But what about those
What
cases
does
when the
man
woman
do?
is telling the
I
man?
have a lot of girls that come in the hospital and say the man want me to get an abortion. It's not the girl's choice half the time.
I've heard,
Wanting these girls to get an abortion.
I've heard somewhere the woman tell the man that she's on something and she's not on nothing, and then she's pregnant, and he's like, "Well, that wasn't my agreement."
Yeah.
Y'all, can I say something?
When you playing basketball on the wrong court.
Yeah, can I get a word? You can't. Eve got it.
Hey, y'all, listen to this. I'm 51 years old, and I have lived all over the world. What we're doing now is starting to take accountability from both people. No, you shouldn't have to go tell this person to go get fixed or this person. I know when I lay down with you what can happen, and you know when you spread your legs what can happen. So at that point, we have already made a decision where it was conscious or not. And I'm not with neither one of my baby's mothers, but that wasn't for me to be like that. But what I will say about both of them, they've been excellent parents to my children, and that's all that matters at this point.
Facts.
Yeah, we gotta stop the blame game.
Facts. Correct.
I feel like
taking accountability. Go ahead.
But with America, we got this Western mindset that don't even work for us. We already got somebody dictating what's gonna go on in your household, and then a lot of us just run with this shit. We don't even see the harm that we bring to our families. A lot of the things, like me as a father, I'm a father of 5 daughters, right? And my thing is, back in the days, everybody, daughters knew that they were possessions of their father, and their father would give them to the man that they're gonna marry. He would give his blessing to the husband. He's not gonna pick no bum ass nigga off the street. He's not gonna pick somebody that's gonna do his daughter dirty. But the thing is, the game changed because somebody told us, "Oh, nah, we ain't gotta do that. We can do whatever we want to do," and that's why we have today. The influence of the people around us. You can't. We got to stop pointing the finger at each other. Yo, it's the men, it's the women. No, we all fucked up due to circumstance.
Correct. That's a fact. That is a fact. Got to start taking accountability.
That's all I wanted to say.
JV Gaming, damn, bro, I got a big brother like you who got all girls too. Hey, brothers who have all them daughters, y'all got a tougher job than dudes like me, man. I salute you, bro. Damn.
Hey, man, I salute you too, man. I appreciate what you do with your platform, man.
Appreciate you. But I want to use JV Gaming. I want to fall back because I like hearing from y'all. But Eve, you said something earlier about, I do agree there are piece of shit men who don't take care of kids because I don't want to put them, I'm going to be quiet, but let's just say I know people. But here's a fake stereotype that needs to stop. No disrespect to women. I personally think black fathers love their kids way more than females. That even the white
I
fathers
agree.
versus, because when I just went to the fair and to see all them fathers I've seen, which is not shocking to me, but it's like, why they don't never talk about that? Not just fairs and schools I go to. Yeah, these are hood ass niggas, killers and all. Boy, the way they love their kids, but y'all keep saying fathers ain't there. If I stop this, stop this, please. I'm from the block. Yeah, I live in the suburbs now. I'm from the block. I've never seen a lacking of fathers. I just seen boys meeting each other, and we got tribal mentalities, but I don't want to talk about gangs right now. But let's not use that to say fathers ain't there, because a European-centric mindset has pushed that narrative, and you going off that towards every single argument. It just seems kind of like, huh? My bad. Let me fall back.
I think for whatever
But that's one, and I'm a single father at that.
I think for whatever reason,
Salute to
people
the
don't
single
share
fathers.
how much the fathers do. Like, for instance, with my little girl, I remember her father took her to the daddy-daughter dance. I have 6 children outside of her, but back in the days they didn't have those things. So when I seen that was like excited for me. They wore the same colors and they went in and they took pictures, but it's not always an event with cause for just them two. Let's say that. I mean, to the park and stuff like that, yeah, they do that. But when they actually have functions where they say, you come with your dad, I think they need to have more of those things so that there can be recollection that these things do happen.
Hey, bless one. On another thing too, I'm an expat, so I live half of the time out of the year, and I see a lot of single black fathers who are expats when I'm in Costa Rica, Nicaragua, who got their kids. I'm taking my son down for a month here in June, and then I'm turning back over.
Well, what you do, brother? Well, you a military contractor?
No. Right now, I'm an independent claim adjuster, but I don't go out as much because, I'm 100% VA now, so I don't go out as much as I used to. I work about 4 months out the year doing independent insurance adjusting, making about 70, 80 for them 4 months, and then I head on out the country. I work the hurricane season, then I'm done. But I'm with my son constantly. Me and him do stuff all the time, and that's the whole point. We keep trying to switch the narrative, and we can't do that, y'all. You got sorry males and you got sorry females.
Of course.
Facts.
Right. So it's not a me problem or a you problem. It's a us problem, and that's what's done happened. They done tried to divide us to where men and we're fighting against. No, we should be having the same focus and goal, which is to make sure we bring our children up to where they can be as productive as possible. And they don't keep repeating the cycles that we keep repeating. And the only way we can do that is by having conversations like this and embedding what we feel in truth in our children. So that's a lie that black fathers are not around, because I know several of my cousins who raised their children by themselves, including me. I had my son since he was 3 years old, and he's 18 now.
My little brother raises his in a Blaxican in Texas on his own. So I salute the single fathers, and they don't talk about that.
It exists. It exists. It exists. I just feel like they don't highlight it like they should. That's what I said.
Because it's better to say the nigga ain't shit, and that's facts.
Oh yeah, well that's them pushing the narrative still. When they're not mentioning it or not trying to put light on it, that's the further shit on the situation. That's why they're not going to show it, because that's not what they want.
And then that's when the kids' heads get all this nonsense about their father. That's not so. Knowing you could call that man and he'll take the shirt off his back for his child, but because he don't want you, now you want your kids to think he don't want to take care of them.
You know the good old thing they say: if you show somebody that people being great, then they're gonna aspire to do the same thing. They're gonna want to be great too. So, like I said, they write that narrative, and some of us is just too silly to see the shit. It's just crazy. We rather really be mad at each other or mad at every woman. I'm gonna be mad at every woman for what happened with a few women or one woman I dealt with. Like,
that's real.
You can't be like that.
That's how I feel too. I feel like even though me and my ex-husband, we divorced, whatever, we got kids, we got grands, everybody good. And at the end of the day, we had a lot of blessings that came from that. Do I kick dirt on him? Never. Because even when I was going through, I didn't have to call. He called, y'all good. That's it. So a lot of people kick dirt on their baby fathers for the wrong reason. I've never did child support ever. Why? He took care of his kids. I didn't care if he gave me money to get my nails done.
I was looking for a applaud button for you. Refused to lose when I heard that.
No, I didn't care if I got my nails on my feet or on my leg.
Do you know I
That's
pay
dope.
for my son more in real life versus the child support? Here's a message to the ladies: if you got a
That's
father,
real. That's real though.
but the fact that you got this European dude hovering over me, watching my every moves, and this system child support, I'm there for my child. Like, what is this child support? I got somebody watching on how much I spend, how much I don't. What if I didn't have the income because I was handicapped or something and the government money wasn't enough to, even though I hustle and I make the money, I don't complain. But what if I wasn't afforded in a position to take care of my kid the way I could, but I'm giving it all with my heart? That same big brother that's the European mindset would arrest me and put me in prison and suspend my license and passport, and I can't even work and make more money to take care of this family. Now we're even in a bigger hole than ever before, so the family gets destroyed even more, and you say it's helping? So no, I'm not for the child support system, especially if you're my body, my choice, then don't put me on child support. I stand on that. I'm not gonna, and this is a man who don't mind paying for his kids more than what child support tells you to pay, because that's stupid. But y'all can continue.
Can I say something real quick, and then I gotta get back to work because I kind of snuck on the phone real quick, and I need to get off real quick.
Nah, take your time, Queen. Take your time.
My dad passed away when I was 6 years old, and he was there for every day of our lives. And I applaud all dads that do that. So, and my oldest brother stepped in and kind of shielded us because it was 5 of us that my mom had to look after, 3 girls and 2 boys after he passed. And all I can say is dads are a blessing when they're taking care of their kids. And I don't have any plight or problems with that at all. So I just wanted to thank you for letting me come on, and I'm going to get on back to work.
Nah, I didn't let you. This is the people's platform. The only reason I don't do Streamyards a lot, dudes be porn bombing, but I got a medicine solution now, so I'll be doing Streamyards more because I know how to solve that problem. And honestly, I like more people who have a difference of opinion, because I don't want to curse because you said something about work. Please don't get fired for this platform. I'm just here to wake up, smoke, and conversate. You feel me? And I respect
I'm in the
that.
bathroom, so I got to get out here and go through the bed.
Oh my God. Hey, come on, baby girl. Hey, go. Hey, hey, this shit ain't worth it. Trust me. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Nah.
And salute to your brother for stepping in, sis.
I'll be blessed.
All right. Thank you, sis. Right. If y'all have a difference of opinion, y'all can come in here. I promise you, I just like turning up or talking. Y'all can see I have no emotional feelings. I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve. If you want to slide up in here and talk your piece, if you choose to cuss me out, all I tell people is leave the kids out of it, leave the families out of it, and you cool. But people have a hard time to just keep it like that. Like, just keep it between us.
That's
but
real.
Go ahead.
So no, yeah. So I don't believe that. I think that's just, it is a narrative, because I believe that at least 90% of black fathers are there for their children, and a lot of times the mothers make it difficult for them. And I'm a woman, and I can say that because I've seen it. You know, well, he took him to get sneakers, but he should have gave me the money because we need a tuna fish. And girl, you can't get tuna fish. No, nah, a lot of times women do stuff. I seen it, and again, I've never had to go that route, and I thank God for that. Not that we was perfect, not that he had a whole lot, but he just knew his priorities. Had holes in his shoes to feed his kids.
Man, all this that we talking about goes on when activists start to think they're lawyers. You know what I mean? It's not an appropriate argument and a legal debate over what the Constitution say, bro. Like, and whether you believe in the Constitution or not, I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I've never researched deeply into Roe versus Wade like that. Besides the little things of just, bro, I'm not for abortion, bro. I see more men that's against abortion than women, and that's crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. That will always be crazy to me, bro. it's like, damn, ain't a child, bro. Like, first of all, why don't you believe that fetus is alive? And I'm not here to argue that point because I know it's misinformation according to YouTube, which is weird to me. But
at about 2 months, you get a heartbeat. So how is it not alive?
It's alive.
That's who's spreading the false information. The folk who saying it's not alive.
That's crazy. You don't know what you snatching up out of here. God could have been putting something here for the better good of us, and you just snatching it away because you scared. Here's my big thing. Most people, before they have kids, like nobody's just naturally ready to have kids. Nobody's just ready. You have them and they grow you up as you know.
Absolutely.
You don't have no choice but to grow up.
Yeah, so that's the big thing. So when people's going, oh, you're not ready, a lot of people grow up when they have their kids. They finally figure, I'm gonna get out the streets. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna start doing that.
That's real.
It took my second one, bro.
Yeah,
it
so
took my
people,
second one.
Huh?
To grow up. It took my second child for me to grow up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it happens. Everybody got their own speed and time, but I say that nobody's prepared to be a parent for the first time. I don't care who you are. You figure this shit out as you go.
As you go.
Facts.
I
There's
think
no
every time is
handbooks.
different. I don't think no time we can really prepare depending on your age difference. My one that I'm raising, whose father died, she's 16, and now my oldest from my marriage is 30. Now, if you do the math, I'm having a hard time right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Gaming, you said something that got my attention. When I was younger, back in the 90s, I was reading a comic strip, and it had this person on their knees, and it was like, God, why are we dealing with cancer? I thought you said that you was going to deliver us. And he said, I sent it to you, but y'all aborted it all.
That's deep.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But this is what was happening, man. We need, we're a lot of things, us. I can't speak for everybody. I can speak as a black man, but we're a people of our own, and we have to start treating each other like that and start building each other up. We got to build up our nation. We have to build each other up because nobody else is gonna do it for us. I think
definitely blessed to be on a platform full of men, and so I do have a question. As an older woman, I am 50. I'm not ashamed. And I need to ask you guys, how do you feel about mothers dressing like their teenage daughters?
Let me get this, because I'm 51, and I got that same feeling you got. Hold on. First of all,
say that one more time.
How do you feel about...
I can't tell you my opinion because I'm a dog, and my wife is listening. She know I'm a dog, meaning that if you that grown, I like older women. If they dress like that, it's not because I'm in love with you. It's a sexual perversion that I'm going through that mode. So I'm gonna keep my opinions closed because I know I'm gonna be honest and being like, it's not. I don't support it or against it. I lust after it. I'm
about to be honest too on it.
Go ahead.
Shoot, I don't agree with it, but as far as my eyesight is concerned, yeah, it's gonna make me look at you and might make me want you, but I'm also understand that you ain't nothing I can take serious.
I agree with you, right?
Correct. And a lot of the women that dress like that is because they either had to grow up fast, right? So they didn't get to live that teenage year and dress the way they wanted to dress. And now that they doing it, so they live, to me, it's living backwards. You know what I'm saying?
That's what. I'm one of those women, and I don't dress.
I agree.
It don't interest me. Like I said, I got grandchildren, so there's no way in hell I'm doing it.
Correct. And real parents understand kids don't listen to what they hear, right? They pay attention to what they see. So if we're sitting here telling our kids to dress a certain way, but we're not presenting ourselves that way, you get what I'm saying? So that's how a lot of people live their lives too. You know what I'm saying? You could tell your child to do a certain thing a bunch of times, but if daddy and mommy ain't doing it, what do you expect? The child ain't gonna do it either. But my father always said, when you're stepping out the house, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? My father owned his own cab. He was a cab driver and he dressed like he was going to church every morning. You understand what I'm saying? So he set the example for us. That's why I went to private school for a few years. I went to Catholic school for a few years. We all had to wear shirt and tie and wear uniforms and present ourselves right. That's why, like, we had got a a superintendent that came from I believe New Orleans, Louisiana area, and she implemented the uniforms to our public schools. So to this day, public school kids still wear, certain schools still wear uniform and stuff like that. I think it's right just having everybody looking equal. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
That too when they I thought that was a blessing because the kids didn't go through the teasing and those kind of things. But when they say, well, you can wear a uniform, but you don't have to, and then all that stuff started kicking back up. But me, my father was military, owner of a Purple Heart. And so he was very strict on us. So we just certain things he was not doing, and that was it.
Salute to your father.
Salute to your dad.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I feel, man. As parents, we got to take it back to the old school. That's why I said I have 4 other siblings. There's 5 in total. I have 3 sisters, 2 older sisters, and 1 brother who's older than me by 3 years. Like I said, I'm in my mid-40s. I'm 45, and I'll be 46 this year. So I implement that old school teachings that my parents gave me. We feel right. So that my thing is this, if you gotta, discipline your child, you discipline your child. Don't let a government or a state tell you, what you can and can't do, because God forbid that child ends up being ends up catching the case. The first thing they're gonna say is, where was your daddy at? Where was your mother? You understand what I'm saying? So if I got to discipline my kids, I have to discipline my kids. Like I named my son King. He's my oldest son, and I have a daughter who's just turned 4. So I have a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old. And my son, because I name him King, he think he's a king. He can do whatever he want. And I tell him, you know what I'm saying? When you stepping out, even though he's 5 years old, I talk to him like he's 18. And that's why every day I wake up to a new day. I'm thankful to God that I'm living and I'm surviving to a new day, because I want to give my kids all the knowledge in the world that I learned and that I have. So that way they can become better versions of me and their mother. Because that's the whole goal, is to raise our parents to be, raise our kids to be better than their parents, be better versions of me and their mother. You get what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
I got a question for the sister. So she said she was 50, and I'm 50. I want to ask her if she remembers something. Y'all, when I was growing up in the 80s, I'm from Atlanta, was a very different place than it was now.
What part of Atlanta you from? My bad. What part of Atlanta you from?
I'm from. Well, I was originally born in a town called Beaufort, Georgia, but I was raised on Boulevard over in the old Fourth Ward.
Okay. My kids, some of my kids from Atlanta. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I went to C.W. Hill Elementary, Morningside Middle before I went back up and out. My mother was working, so I traveled a lot and moved around. But my purpose of that, when I was growing up, I remember Atlanta before it was what it is now, when it was basically a big country town. But my point is that if Atlanta was a black city still at this time, but if let's say a black teacher came into the community, there would be other families who would let her family know that she was safe and okay and look out for her like they would look out for their own child. Mm-hmm. And it seems like that all of that somewhere around the late 80s to the 90s just start changing to where we didn't start caring about each other. We didn't stand beside each other anymore. And I wonder, did you actually witness that too? It seems like the whole world has just changed in that short amount of time. Now I have a good reason why. I just want to hear your perspective on it.
For me and my children with the older generations, they came from a family where the father had 10 aunts and uncles, and they all lived on the same block. So that was the village to us. So they knew to live with their aunts and uncles. But the 16-year-old one that I'm dealing with now, I do my best to place her amongst people that she know that, listen, I don't care where you are, if they check you, that's what it is. Don't come telling me about it. And she, no, I'm just sure what I do, because you still have to be careful no matter how you feel about the village. Let's make that clear. But you have to, my child, she can be somewhere and somebody say, they'll call me and tell me, we seen Jemiah. Did she make it home yet? She was walking that way when I seen her about 20 minutes ago. She don't even know who that person was that saw her, but they know you my child. So again, it boils down to how much you allow the village to partake in your child's life. Because again, we have to be careful regardless.
Understood. And thank you for answering that for me. I was just wondering, because I'm seeing it and I'm noticing, and y'all, Atlanta is not the same city it was, so it has definitely changed. Mm-hmm. And I think some of that was a crack epidemic. And I think the biggest thing for that was the Atlanta missing and murdered children, because that's when we start shutting our doors. That's when we start walking to school with each other. That's when you start noticing kids with knives, and it wasn't for each other at that point. It was for something totally different. And then all of a sudden you had the Miami boys come in and take over the whole city, and that just totally changed our outlook.
I'm thinking that definitely went left. I had my firstborn in 1990, and we anybody in the building or whatever, we could go to their house, eat, do whatever. I remember my girlfriend going my last year in high school. I would go pick her up for school, and her mother would say, "Come in." Her mother done cooked breakfast for me and her.
Yes.
Can't do that now though.
I remember those days, and I was just wondering, because it seems like now these kids don't get to do that. And if you say something to some of them, they'll be like, "You ain't my mama, you ain't my," and you're like, "Come on, man, I'm trying to keep you out of trouble, because if you keep doing what you're doing, here come the police."
That's crazy. We were more unified back then, though.
We was.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this one, the most that I get out of her is she tried to, like, if it's something, say like she want to go, because they 16, they doing the sweet 16s and stuff now, and if I don't know the parent, like know the parent, I still need to know who lives in that house. Do she have a boyfriend? Does she have an older brother? Those are things that I need to know before you can even come ask me, could you stay over or anything like that.
Absolutely.
She says, "Well, no, I'm on the honor roll. I'm doing good at school." It's like, you won't let me do nothing. I'm like, it's not you I don't trust. You need to understand that. So it is. It is. It's harder for me. I guess maybe because I'm doing it alone. Like I said, her dad is deceased.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, his mama's involved in it. I ain't about to say she's a good mother, but
right.
I'm thankful that she could make a decision enough to say he do better with you than he will with me. I can't teach him how to be a man, and you can. So I'm grateful that I was around that type of person as well.
My son, I had to send him on to his dad. It was just too much for me. But I thank God for the fathers that can carry the ball when the mothers fall. Sure, I'm not ashamed to say I thank God for my son was something. And his nickname was Boss, so I can relate with you with your son King. His grandfather gave him the nickname Boss because he was the firstborn grandson.
Yeah, I could
my
relate
son is
with.
Amir, y'all. He's Amir, which is Prince, because he's my prince. I'm the king and he the prince.
All of y'all thinking smart because Maybach Mel knows me and his son name is the same thing. I name mine's King as well.
I was about to say that. You got a king, y'all.
Yeah, I don't like traditional names because it's not traditional for me. Like, traditional for who? Like, so I just wanted to, if people on that, and to the people in the chat who's like, did they switch the topic? Not really. If I see the people in the panel got a flow going, I just fall back because I talk a lot. But you're free to hit the link if you want to disagree with the new Roe versus Wade. You're welcome. I don't mind somebody with a different of opinion. Unlike the other side, I like hearing the difference of opinion. So I'm going to continue let them talking to what they're talking about. Like I said, I'm fair. If you want to disagree, hit the link. Now let me fall back.
My son that passed away, his name was Isaiah. And then my living son, his name is John. They both have Bible names. Now, Isaiah is more like a John, and John is more like a Isaiah. You go into the Bible, and it's like, oh, man. They still do.
Yeah, little pressure. I think I was muted too. I think people wasn't hearing me talking, but I was dying laughing. Hey, little pressure, bruh. He said he can't hit the link because he's serving so alleged, out there right now. But it's like, nigga, you gotta be a bad. I'm gonna say it, bro. I don't give a fuck, bruh. You a bad weed man, bruh. If you out here arguing about dumbass shit in the chat room and you supposed to be getting this money right now, bro. What type of weed man is you, bruh? No wonder when I hit some of these plugs, bro, it taking you niggas. It used to take 10 minutes to 2 minutes to 3 minutes. You niggas taking a whole hour, bruh. You niggas done turned to McDonald's, bro. Like, what the hell is you doing, gang? So this what it is? You on all day on YouTube arguing with motherfuckers, bro, instead of handling your business, bro. Like, I don't get it, but salute the free little pressure. Free that man right quick. I don't control the moderators. If they choose to get rid of y'all, and I doubted they got rid of him. I think they put him on the timeout. I don't control my moderators. I let them do what they do.
Hey, bless one. I'm gonna say one thing though. The weed men I grew up with would never advertise on Facebook.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Thank you, bro. I ain't too that young, bro. I'm damn near 40, bro. I agree. It's a whole new era, man. I just be looking at this thing like, wow.
Me too, bro. Like, what is? Then they wonder why the police show up at their door. They coming to get some of that loud pack too.
Have you been to the trap spots yet? If I wanted to, I could be the best robber. Let me be quiet, bro. I thank God I ain't in that life or do that, bro. But I'm just saying, bro. You knew. Let me fall back, bro. It's a new generation, bro. I don't know. It's like more pride in telling folks what you got, where to work at, where to spot at, as if locations don't exist, as motherfuckers ain't tapping into your addy or hearing what you like. If for everybody listening, if you rob any cash out there, all they do is look on Instagram. They zoom in and they look at the serial number on that money, no matter if it's a dollar, and they tie it to any previous robberies or anything like that. And then if you're selling drug in a neighborhood, there are corners and spots where they hide those hidden cameras. I'm here to tell you guys the truth. Most military folks know what I'm talking about. I'm not capping. They hide, and then what they do is they don't even look at none of that camera for about a month. What they do is go on that camera and they go for the top view and they fast forward it. Yes, a month worth of video. They fast forward it and look at the traffic flow and see where is that flow going in the most. And you can, it's kind of crazy too, because when you fast forward it, you can literally see motherfuckers going into mostly one spot. Bingo, that's the trap spot. Like you niggas ain't slick no more.
That's crazy.
You ain't. John Nell down the street told on me. No, nigga, you told on yourself.
They ain't learned nothing this past year about that social media stuff. I don't know.
Shit, we in the age of everybody telling on themselves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Roe versus Wade, not to get away from it. I just got an email of an angry, I don't want to say woman or dude, but we're going to leave that alone. But an angry person just sent me an email. I don't know why it's hard to not hit the link. I'm really just having a smoke session with some good people. That shit, I honestly don't really care about the law or not, because it's not going to be in my household where I teach abortion anyways. Yeah, I'm going to always teach against it. So it's more a panel today to do, because I know the algorithm was not going to push it today. It's a dangerous topic, educational purpose to speak about in the algorithm. And it's cool because I'm not going to have everyday topics like this at all. You don't even hear me. I don't even like Joe Biden, but you never seen him on a title before, but you're seeing it today because Joe Biden, they think he's going to change the law or something. Nah, bro, when the Supreme hands that decision, I want to know, to the women out there, what will you say now? Like, or what will you do now? Because the first thing I'm hearing is women have been doing a lot of barbaric type of things with abortion before the law was there. So the Roe versus Wade law makes it more safer. First of all, them women too, before Roe versus Wade was, in my opinions, I don't want to say pieces of shit, because if you too, but you catch the jitch. I don't give a fuck if it was 1,000 years ago or to now. I look at it the same way. And to see people trying to make excuses, weird excuses, instead of standing on their grounds and just say it. You want to be able to sleep with who you sleep with and not bear any responsibilities for the consequences of your actions out here. And motherfuckers is talking about rape, educational purpose, when you know you don't give a damn about rape. You've never spoken to a rape victim. You don't even debate on issues about rape. You only bring it up when it's issues on abortions, and I think that's disingenuous. I think it's disrespectful to rape victims when women who love abortion bring up rape. Like, let's just get that out the way.
Oh, you get rid of the baby, but what about AIDS?
Right. I don't know. If somebody disagree, let me know. I just disagree with that, man. Anytime in Clubhouse, I was going wild yesterday, and I didn't apologize. Everybody seemed to love the way I was going off. It was 1,000-some people, and I seen niggas is wearing their capes. She's on Clubhouse, bro. You can't touch the punani through the screen, nigga. You can simp for her on her message or something, bro. We just here for a conversation. I ain't trying to hear thirsty niggas all day co-siding with women just to be trying to and be in hopes of I could get some panties.
Facts.
Goddamn, that shit's strange. It's fucking strange. Do you know a woman would be turned on if you stand up like a man?
That's some weirdo shit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, how y'all feel about that? It's just I be feeling like, damn, do men exist anymore, bro? Like, tell this chick the truth, lady. You are wild, bro. And the truth is, you're using rape because you loose out here. I ain't judging you on it, but it is what it is. You loose out here, so you trying to fake the funk like you care about a rape victim. That's bullshit, and I'll call you out every time. Facts.
Well, I feel like for the first place on social media, if you ain't half naked and you ain't loud, ain't nobody looking.
I agree.
A part of the reason a lot of that shit happening and people getting knocked up and shit falling apart is because they having sex without affection anyway.
That they're not using it for its purpose. The purpose is to procreate. Like, that's the real purpose for it. But now niggas just, it feels good, but you don't really feel nothing for the person you're laying down with. Like, you gotta get that shit. Believe in their body a break these days. Man, people crazy.
You want to get abortion, they don't want to go get toys or some shit.
Well, what they're doing is starting to use it as birth control for educational purposes. That part, that's what's happening now. They want to use it as a birth control method.
But how weak are they if it's not working? You got some of them, no disrespect to Corey Holcomb, but I like his analogy. Shout out to the 5150, but it's like, I know females who've been to that abortion place to the point that same doctor is suggesting you can't do anymore. You're damn near gonna, die if you keep going through these abortions. I'm telling you, this ain't no fakeness.
Black one, it be happening. I'm telling you, it's real.
Multiple? How you go? I hate surgery, bro. Like, I got 100 million tattoos and I hate needles. I be looking at these women like, when I hear and actually, I remember I turned like 13 and I learned what abortion actually was, watched the videos, read about it. How could you even go through that? And multiple times too, like that. Man, I'm not coming at all women like that, but I listen to my uncles about women because they were correct to me and it never failed me. I salute to my dead uncles, great uncles, and every one of y'all who gave me game. And even if you wasn't my blood, salute to the older men in the community that used to warn us about certain women like they're more evil, or no disrespect, but let me just watch my words because of YouTube. But they got more of a poisonous, venomous attitude towards the way you would actually think the opposite of. Yeah, it's facts. So they ain't peaches and creams and roses.
Well, things that's understood does not need to be explained.
My thing is, you know that shit they gave us in the military, they put the shit in the water, you be sterile in the motherfucker, you can't even get your shit rocking and none of that shit.
Oh, you believe that too, bro? Yeah, in boot camp, right? Shout out to JV Gaming.
Yo, it's called saltpeter.
That shit fucked me up. Oh, nigga, you military too, JVV? That shit fucked me up.
Word, that shit had me crazy in the military. I was in a co-ed when I was going through boot camp. Oh my God. So we had girls. It wasn't like how they got it down in Georgia and shit.
Right.
It's in the eggs.
I don't know what it was. I know that water wasn't nothing working. It was some fine ass women, but action was not happening. Like, it was something
you ain't the only one. My little brother said when he went through boot camp, because he was in a co-ed, he said the thickest of the thickest, and it's like you would, and they want it. It ain't like the females don't want it. They trying to get dick down, and it's man, let me fall back. I think I'm saying too much. This nigga done shot out. I ain't hear that.
You can't eat the eggs. It's called saltpeter, and they put it in them. Y'all know how some of the eggs powder, but some come in a cart. No,
neighborhood, you correct. Now keep going, you correct, because I heard something about the eggs too when I was there.
Yeah, it's in the eggs. So when we would get up early in the morning, once we figured it out about week 6, we just quit eating them eggs. So by the time you get out of boot camp, it'll be out your system and it'll roll. But as long as you in there and you eating them eggs in the morning, it ain't gonna work for you.
He's smart as hell.
Drop down and see a man I can block.
Training on a co-ed base and having to eat that shit, and then you be trying to get slicky with them and shit. Yo, it's some bad.
Hey, understand
Nothing but
this.
bad stories come from that.
I was in boot camp in Orlando, Florida, and at that time, there was the only Navy boot camp that had women. So I had a sister company and all, bro. It's not going to work. As long as you eating them eggs, if you hungry in the morning, that thing going to look at you, bro. He ain't going to do nothing. When you wake up in the morning, it ain't going to do nothing. Just stay away from them eggs.
That's what I was talking about. That's crazy. I thought that's something maybe, instead of killing babies, maybe they need to pass some of that shit out before they.
I was just thinking that, right? No, you right, fam. Like, wait, why we gotta be barbaric and when we got little shit like that? That's fucking niggas' heads up. I don't understand that.
That shit should have been a something they offered to parents when their children became teens.
That's facts, bro. Like that was actually genius, bro. Cause I know I'm a dog, bro. Every time I went to the TMC or whatever, bro, it would be any female, no matter how she looked. She could touch me. She could say hi, bro. Like it did something to me, bro. Like I think they know how men are, and that's another thing to the women who are talking about dudes need to get a vasectomy. It's everything that's not natural you keep wanting us to do. And it just seems weird. Like, to make you feel comfortable about who you are and yourself, I have to go against nature so you can live in a societal world where you feel comfortable. You know how fucked up that is?
Yeah,
Have you ever think? You know what I'm saying, bro? Even kings and queens don't, the most evilest kings and queens don't do that to people in that type of power. So for you to live in this society and world, and I heard it on Clubhouse, they all started being on their Oprah vibes like, yes, men need to control themselves by getting a vasectomy. What? By everything you say in your narratives, I'm going to tell you what my daddy and all of them used to talk to my girl cousins, because we have all boys. When it be that one pretty girl cousin you got, let's just be honest, and all the boys are in a room, you're all young and shit like that, 9, 10 years old, you going through your hormones, whatever. My dad will always take the girl cousin out the room because, you know what I'm saying, like you getting at a certain age. Not that we did anything foul, but I used to say, why he do that? And then when I got older, I kind of understand it more, and it's like, you're telling a man to get a vasectomy because you can't control who you sleep with and who you dictate to go through your legs. That's crazy to me. I'm sorry.
I know a guy that actually did it because he ended up getting this girl pregnant, and he told he didn't want no baby. Anyway, she got pregnant, did the whole child support thing because he had a good job. And
that's still her fault. I'm gonna be real with you, Refuse to Lose. I believe in nature. I don't believe in child support for nobody, not the man, not the woman. And if you go, but what if I have to pay the bills alone? Hey, all this you preach about equality and X, Y, Z, that's nature. It comes with it. That's why you will select somebody better when you know the hardship you're gonna have to go through. Think about it. In fact, it makes a better society that you have that type of educational purpose, punishment in life, that if you choose the wrong father or the wrong mother, you will go through a hardship, and I can contest to that, and that's my mistakes. Why you can't live with your mistakes? You're the one who did it. Why should you escape it by destroying another life? That makes no fucking sense.
Back to the vasectomy shit you was saying, I don't see how women even getting behind that shit, because if we went and did that shit, you motherfuckers will be miserable. Like, I don't even understand.
Hey, bro, my dad have a lot of kids. I'm not trying to tell on the pastor, but pay attention. My dad has a lot of kids. My mom has like 4. Pay attention. Like, she stopped having kids before she was 30 because she chose to tie her tube. Now that when I'm old, that lady, I love her to death, but she's been miserable as hell. I'm not gonna lie, because that's my mother. Miserable as hell. When a woman that's why a man has $1 billion. He could whack off and get rid of a million sperms he could get rid of in like one whack off session. Y'all go through like, what is it, when y'all stop having kids at a certain age? Men don't go through that. This nigga could be 100. Yeah, menopause. Thank you, guys, because I don't profess I know everything like certain people do, because I learn from people like y'all. That's why I talk to people. But this menopause y'all go through, I don't need to know about science or anything to know, okay, nature is telling me, and I'm not saying my wife, no, I don't mind having 100 wives. I would like that, but because of society, I don't. But I don't want to hear it from y'all. A man wasn't made to get no vasectomies or nothing like that. That's insanity.
Even without that, blessed one, men do still go through. Read about it. Yes, they do. You don't have to have a surgery.
What we go through?
Go
Go
through.
through what?
You go through like hot flashes and stuff later on in life.
Nah, wait. Some you talking if a nigga with erectile dysfunction or dudes
Yeah, that's different.
who just have a genetic thing where they can't produce children, that's different. But men in general, like my wife's grandfather, she has a great auntie that's like, I think younger. So I don't know how it works. I think I fucked up, but y'all get what I'm saying. The grandfather has like a 19-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And I've been seeing it all my life. Hundreds, millions of shit like that. Not even exaggerating. And most of y'all too, especially if you melanated, you know what I'm talking about. And it's like you don't stop producing.
I'm not saying it don't exist because I know.
No, but it's not even about an argument if it don't exist or not. It's so regular that it's not even if it exists or not. That's what I'm saying that you refuse to lose. It's not even a subject to argue or debate about men going through what y'all go through. What y'all go through is a given. Y'all ain't gonna keep having kids. But if I survive and I reach 150 years old and I put my wood tip up in any female, even if I'm just at that age, I ain't shooting nothing. Even if it's that little bit will sprout out a child. Facts. No doctor will go against that. And that told me everything about the male genetics versus the female genetics. I know females, and not you refuse to lose. You're actually a woman I can conversate with all day because you're very understanding and you like listening to what the conversation is. But for me to say this is, and I'm so high I almost lost my train of thought. But women need to stop comparing themselves to men, because I will say it again, and to follow the YouTube guidelines. I'm not spreading misinformation, but men and women scientifically are not the same at all. Biologically are not the same at all. Not even close. Not at all.
I can't lay down on no table and have no baby. So we are not the same.
Amen.
And that's my other thing too, as far as, and listen, I don't believe in mistreating women in no way or form, but you cannot be my equal. I can't open the door for you, but you my equal. Right. You want me to do all these other things, but you want to be my equal. And then on top of that, now we got this new thing that started in the 90s when people start to, all these women want to talk, I'm an alpha female. So that means you independent. So you by yourself, in other words.
Right.
Because an alpha does not have to claim to be an alpha. If she a bad chick, when she walk in the room, you know what she is. She not walking around here talking about she an alpha.
That's right.
So I don't know where they getting this from, and if they really understood where the term alpha male and female and all that came from, it came from observation of watching animals in captivity and prisoners in the prison. So if you want to compare yourself to that, then go ahead. But you're still not my equal.
I would never want to compare myself to a man, nor do I want to be equal to a man. I believe, again, as a young wife for 30-something years, I do believe that a man has his duties, and I believe that a wife has her duties. And I'm speaking on this. Let me finish, because some people, I get from a lot of women, well, what's the woman's place? Well, what's a homemaker?
Let's talk about that.
Don't know what it is? I was one for a lot of years.
Speak on it.
So I do know what it is. I know what it's like to be home preparing dinner, getting things ready for the husband and kids, and for him to come home and say, listen, what bills need to be paid this week? That's from a marriage.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved my marriage. The streets ruined my marriage. I started having children, and that life was addictive, and I couldn't have that no more with my kids.
Yeah.
You took accountability, and I'm not trying to be rude towards women, but that I don't see that a lot. Some women will put it the opposite, but I mean, as far as, let me hear from you, Refuse to Lose, since a lot of women, no disrespect to the chat, but they rather just be in the chat. What's your opinion on this new Roe versus Wade? I know what you think, but I've never really told you to go deep on it like that. Like, what's your from any side of it? What do you think as, and at this point too, men speaking on it? Because I heard a lot of that, people saying men can't speak on it. So what's your feeling about all that? Roe versus Wade.
Say that again, bless one.
Roe versus Wade. On Clubhouse, they were saying men can't speak on that issue. What's your opinion on just the whole Roe versus Wade and that part too?
I think everybody should be allowed to have their own opinion. I don't feel like no one should be subject to voice their opinion. However, everybody see things differently, and if how you handle it, if it, what's in your situation is up to you. But I don't think anyone should not be able to have an opinion on anything. That's how I feel. I feel like a lot of things with men, I don't know, but I mean, I can't say I don't know. I can say, well, in my marriage, this is what I saw. Like in my, I'm gonna say, this. My ex husband never washed my girl's butt. Never. You could not pay him to give his daughters a bath, and I'm not lying. And those was his daughters.
Do you feel like you feel like women should have the right to just be like, yo, I want an abortion, I'm gonna do this? You think that you think there's any rights in that? Or
I don't think anyone should be able to do that because it's two people involved. If they both decide that's on them, they got to live with that. But I don't feel like a woman should just go and do that, not knowing that the man is willing and able to provide for their child. No.
Yeah, that's another thing. Some women go and do that shit and never even consult with the dude. Like,
that's crazy.
Word.
Oh yeah, nah, JVB Gaming. Damn, bro, I know I'm high, bro. Why am I reading it like that? JVB Gaming. Bro, you've been on it, and I don't mean to intervene, refuse to lose, but you just said something, bro. Like, as far as damn, I'm losing my train of thought. You said the last part. Damn, I wanted to go off on that. That was raw because I wanted to know what the room thought about that.
About women making a decision without confiding in the person they slept with. That's what he said.
Thank you, man. I ain't in bed. I'll be losing my train of thought. Like,
I got y'all.
Thank you, man. I think I'm
appreciate
having.
That.
Man, I'm scared, man. I got half the other side. I got dementia. The other side got Alzheimer's. I think it's hitting early, bro. I don't know, but damn, bro. But thank you.
It's the weed, man. It's the weed.
You ain't gonna get no arguments from me, neighborhood. But y'all all go off from what JVB Gaming said. Like, what y'all thinking? Y'all think, like, should we have a say? Cause I like, what about our rights? I like kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we should have a say.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I said, I'm 50 years old. Ain't pretty much nothing in life I've never been through and not ashamed to talk about. I had a situation like that. We was married, but it came to mind because he went away to college, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, damn, I'm gonna do this. But we decided to still have our kids, put people in place to help me, and relative wise, and we had our kids.
How you doing, Maddie? You can speak your piece.
Hello, lad. How are you?
What's up, Matt?
You got that thing
What's
over
up?
there, blessed one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to see what this like. What's up, Matt? Speak your piece. Matt.
What's up, mate? How are you?
We great. How you doing, Matt?
Doing good, mate. How's things?
Doing pretty good. You got an opinion?
Not on this, mate. No.
Okay.
On this. Just letting you guys talk about.
All right.
I can't even see me no more. What happened, blessed one?
Nah, y'all still there. I don't know if Maddie is trolling or what, but I'm smart. Like,
I don't need nothing in my jack. That's all I got.
Yeah. I don't know. He said, "What's up, love?" I was like, "Oh man, what we doing?" Good day to you, mate. I still don't know. Hey, go ahead. Y'all can talk. I'm just watching Maddie carefully. Dog.
I think it's important. I think it's foul when if it's not spoken over with the partner or whoever you was with. I think that's foul. Me as a man, I feel like I want to keep my bloodline in the land if I can do that, and that's why I procreate. I'm trying to keep my essence around for a while. Maybe, my kids might spawn something out that's like me. I want to keep my blood in the land. That's right. Something between me and God that I feel personally, right? So if you go and do something like that, that's like murdering a part of me without, you know what I mean? Like, damn, you'll kill me. That's how I feel about that shit. Like, yo, you'll kill me. You know, that's my way of looking at it. Some people might not look at it that deeply, but I move on a spiritual tip. So that's how I see things.
That's true though. Either way you do it, it's still
Facts.
your rid of, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's that brother's blood too. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm saying. The baby always have, and that's where I don't know if a lot. See, I can really go deep because I'm a woman, older woman, and that's where the thing jaundice come from. You ever heard of that?
Say that.
Yes.
Okay, so with my daughter, and this is my last daughter, and this is something I found out 7 kids later. When the
It's
baby
called yellow jaundice, ain't it?
yes, when the baby have jaundice, it's because they have more blood of the father than the mother. Inside, you still here?
You okay?
Is that Maddie?
It's not me making that sound.
Is that your sound, Maddie?
Nah, mate.
You hear me?
We heard you, but you kind of went out.
No, whenever the baby has jaundice, it's because the baby has more of the father blood than the mother blood. Inside, starting from the inside, of course. Like my last daughter, she had to stay in the incubator and all that. And come to find out, it was because she was feeding off of more of him. And so I had to give her breast milk in order to make the blood cells equal.
Oh, that's crazy. I never knew that. You just educated me on something.
Bless one got the education going on.
Yeah, I always
Love it here.
Shout out to Russian Concussion. Shout out to you, man. I'm just watching everything. I'm just being entertained. Go ahead, Russian Concussion.
I don't know. I used to actually be pro-choice, and then and I'm actually not religious at all whatsoever. I'm just going based off of like the different stages in development. So
Hold on, Russian Concussion. I want to hear you clearly. Whose mic is that?
Mine. It's mine. I'm talking.
No, not you. Somebody background is making a lot of noise. I don't hear it from yours. Hold on. Let me mute Maddie's to see if it's his. Hold on. Go ahead, Concussion.
Anyway, I don't think. Anyway, my position is that abortion is murder, and my backing for that is life begins at conception. Because if you allow that conception to grow, it will turn into a fully fledged human, and then the only consistencies you can draw is at conception, because there's no point in the stage where you can draw equivalency to actual real life situations. So a lot of people say, well, you can end the fetus at 23 weeks. At 23 weeks, the baby has a heart rate and it can be fed, food. Well, we see oftentimes, I work with geriatrics, there's people that are fed through tubes and have a heart rate but are not conscious. Is it okay to stick a knife in the back of their head? It's the same exact situation, right? So for every single stage of pregnancy, there's a real relevant life equivalency, shall we say. But we can't murder that, right? So anyway, someone else said it better than me. But anyway, that's kind of my basic stance on it. And I'm also really tired of people saying because you're not a woman or this or that, you're not allowed an opinion. I have a brain and I can critically think.
Exactly.
I can do just fine.
Nah, man, I concur with you, man. It's like men are being
That's
suppressed.
just weak as fuck.
That's the weakest argument in the room. You should go to Clubhouse to see the narrative. It's exactly what you just stated. Majority of the females was not combating what I threw out there and the whole purpose of a debate. It was like, man, you're a man. You don't understand. And it's like, damn, I know what child support tells me that I'm supposed to be part of this or whatever. So it's like, when does men rights come into play? And I don't even believe in men rights or women rights. I just believe in human rights in general, not to be cliche, but majority of the females I speak with for the last 20-something years about abortion, because I've always been serious about abortion, against it, I mean, and I've always heard the same narrative. I've never heard a different perspective. It's all the same thing. It's just from a place of deflection and deflection and deflection. I never get to build with anybody on the other side. It's just a deflective nature and a standpoint. Go ahead, JVB Gaming.
Well, you're just a sexist. That's why. You're not a woman, so you can't possibly speak on that. You're a sexist. That's all you are.
That part.
That part.
Point blank, period.
Right. You got something to add to that? Refuse to lose. I actually just rather hear from y'all, and I actually like his
Well,
perspective.
I just feel like he said, everybody has a right to no opinion, and everybody has the right to no come as one on a decision. Because didn't it take two of y'all decide to lay down and do that?
But that has to take accountability and responsibility. Many people lack that. That's one thing I learned in life. Many
Yeah.
people, you know what I mean? Like that's not gonna. That's something
Many
that's
people want to have rights without the responsibility, and I think that's reckless.
super reckless. That's what fucked up this society we have. Let me be quiet, man. I don't even know
So
what
do,
we're
y'all
like.
think do you think that you should be able to go in front of a judge and say, listen, this woman is talking about killing my baby, and I really love my baby. Here's my proof of income. I can feed my baby.
Say
What
that
would y'all
again.
say about? Huh?
Say
All
that
right.
again.
Like, if you,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen if that occurs, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yeah.
we can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you what happened if that occurs. Then all of the women's rights groups gonna come out and say that it's her body, her choice. I'm telling y'all, man, it's a game. They're gonna
Yeah.
But
run
it's
right
not her
back
body,
into.
and it's not her choice.
And I agree with you. I'm just saying, she said, what would happen if a man go off to a judge and say, look, this lady talking about killing my baby, and I can afford to take care of this baby, just let her have it, give it to me, we ain't got to kill it. What would happen if a judge say, you're right, every woman's right group from here to California will be hollering, it's her right, her choice, and we'll be back where we are now with this feminist movement. I'm just saying.
Yo, I want to just show y'all one thing. I'm sorry. You notice that ain't none of us in there carrying none of this, but they're the ones that's pushing for it. Then you got this weird dude, or it's a dude talking about get a vasectomy.
Wow.
They're not talking about themselves. They're trying to force this shit on us. They might get some abortions, but it ain't mainly them. It's not them doing this the most. It's not them set up all fucked up all the time. I'm not saying they don't have situations where it's them. It does occur for them, but this is mainly gonna be forced on us, and that's a fact.
No, I agree with you.
And I don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I'm not a bro, but I said that's true. You know,
Oh,
a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
times,
I'm sorry, sis. My bad.
nah, you cool. You know, a lot of times I feel like women do make. I don't know. Even in real life, I get a lot of feedback because I just disagree with a lot about today's woman versus the back then woman. We came together and made decisions together. Now it's like fuck you, nigga. I'm having it. I'll see you in court. Oh, you don't want it? All right, cool. Like, what
They keep making all of these fucking the more rights movements they come out with, the more it takes away from all the movements that was before it. Like each movement undermines the movement that was before. We had civil rights, then it came out with women's rights. You get what I'm saying? And now we're to the point where you as a man or woman has rights, right? But because of your preference for sex, you want even more rights. So the rights movement keep just shitting on all the movement. It's fucking up all the progress. That's what it looks like to me.
Did anybody really realize where the feminist movement really came from, y'all, and how it came into existence?
From white women.
It started
Correct.
as a
Correct.
conversation in the 50s, but it got pushed super in the late 60s and 70s.
I want the brother to get back on it though. He said the key word, and I'm gonna go into this some more.
It was a white woman's movement, and they put it on the backs of the sisters. They made the sisters carry it, but it was their problem. It was never because we always had the problem of broken homes. Fucking go back to slavery. We had broken homes back then, right? But it didn't become an issue until it was a white woman's problem, and then they threw it on the back of black women.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Because we didn't have the power, because we didn't have the power. Pretty much when this movement started, y'all, we were slaves with our women. So we didn't have any problems like that. We were getting the same treatment. It was the white woman who was getting mistreated by her man. He was the one that was whooping their butts, just like he was whooping our butts and everybody else's butts.
But we can't say the white man, even if we agree with white men or not, I guarantee you they had a huge disagreement with most women too when it came to the women's movement too, because no disrespect to white women,
sure.
I don't even believe that white men was so hard on them. Look what white men built for white women, and they still complain. It's like privilege. White men gave white women everything they could get. And I stand on that, but yet they complain. That's the path the black women take. So now you got this oppressive women's movement, and what's the end game? They never have an end game.
It's not one. It's going to keep going on, and you're going to keep stacking and stacking. And now you have sisters out here who get dressed and look pretty, and they wonder why nobody approach them. Because this is what you asked for. You jumped into movement. You jumped into all of this. There's no way.
I don't want to. I wasn't saying. I don't want to like sound racially charged or anything like that. But the reality of it was that our women were already getting overlooked and shit. They wasn't the
What's
ones
that?
playing in the workforce. I don't know.
That I'm hanging. What is that?
Somebody's phone vibrating.
Oh, probably, yeah, it was vibrating, probably.
I was about to say a vibrator. But...
yeah. I didn't want to sound like I was racially charged. That's not the case. I was just speaking, I was trying to be politically correct by, answering, how the movement came about. But that's really how the movement came about. It's not me being racially charged. So I wanted to clear.
Oh, hell no. Hey, you don't ever have to do that on this platform. We grown. We got you all the way, bro. Hell no. This is a different platform here, bro. Whatever y'all want to speak on it. Just try to be slick with it because of YouTube. But other than that, nah, we didn't get the gist of that at all. You feel me? In fact, I'm glad we changed it. Facts. Hell no.
Because that's where I was coming from too, y'all. I wasn't trying to be racially charged. I was just wanted the sisters to really understand that this wasn't their movement.
Nah, y'all. I mean, you need to say what you said to be real. That's not disrespecting white women. Black females need to know your movement that you pushing hard for came from white women who don't even like you to begin with, and you pushing this narrative. You look like a fool, to keep it real, and they probably also laughing at you. So if anything, nah, man, JVB Gaming, Neighborhood Hebrew, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what Russian Caucasian is, but if he was a white counterpart, they'll probably be in agreement secretly because that's the facts. You look like a clown when you take somebody else's movement and you go hard in the paint with it. Then you destroy your family for that movement. God damn, who needs enemies when you can get easily gullible?
Hey. That's when they fought, but they didn't fight, Now we really fighting and doing. Like back then they was able to, bring something to the table or compromise somehow or, now, like even that. And I hate to do
These
it, but
days, you can't bring nothing to the table with more majority of women. I don't care what nationality. You can't bring nothing to the table. Everything is victimization and no accountability. It look crazy now. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Not me. I believe. Let me tell you. I already know Refuse is different. She had, accountability is big with me and women, and I feel like the majority of women do not consider accountability. They might want accountability from somebody else, but them themselves don't stop and look in the mirror. It's hypocritical.
Good morning to the elder Baba Rashon live. Thank you for blessing the live. This topic is not a YouTube topic on this platform. I didn't even know you seen this live going on. We got under 20 people, so if anything, I gotta say blessings to the elder Baba Rashon live. Go at it, big, older brother.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you good.
Yes, sir.
Peace and blessings to all the brothers and sisters in the chat room.
Bless you.
Peace and blessings to you. Shalom, brother.
Shalom, shalom, assalamu alaikum.
Shalom.
Shalom.
What the subject is about the Roe versus whatever it is.
We want to hear your opinion.
We want to hear your opinion, Baba Rashon.
My opinion is.
No, go ahead.
You might not like my opinion, but I'm gonna just tell you like this. I
Give
don't
us the
believe in
facts.
abortion. Abortion is pure murder. Period. And
Yep.
this is the Margaret Singer continuation of the elimination and eradication of the black race. That's my thought on it. I can't look at it no other way because I'm 74 years old. I didn't seen it all. A lot of young folks, they ain't never seen no racism. They don't know what that is.
I live it every day in my
They think because
community.
they're free right now and they can lay down on Mr. Charlie, Mr. Becky. This ain't no racist thing now. But they think they got it made right now. They gonna see. They gonna see.
Hey. And I think people just tend to take things to mentally make themselves believe that.
When
They
Mr.
got a lot
Baba,
of people. They got a lot of black people in America still think racism doesn't exist.
It
You got to be losing your mind if you.
But it exists at your school when they trying to label your children all over.
I want to say that's what the spiritual warfare is about. A lot of people, they got eyes and ears and they can't really see who the enemy is or what the problem is. They too busy fighting and hating each other. You can't even open your eyes to what's really happening to you. You know, some people like to spin it like, oh, I like sex, and then you somebody like, oh, well, it's not just a fleshly flight, it's a spiritual flight. No, it's more in comprehension and understanding. Our people are fucking falling due to the lack of knowledge and understanding.
That's right.
And programming and conditioning.
Well, a lot of people don't want to
program and conditioning plays a big part because we don't have our language, we don't have our taboos that our ancestors had because we didn't deal with all these problems before European invasion all over the planet, not just here in America. Europeans that went all over the planet and colonized our people. They got us believing in, I believe in the Creator. I ain't never seen him before, this, that, and the other, but I believe in the Creator. But I don't believe in white Jesus. Now, there might be some Christians in here might get mad at me.
I don't believe in him either, and I am a Christian, and I believe he had nappy hair like you and me.
You're not speaking.
His name was Yahshua.
That's right, Elder. Speak on it, Elder.
That's right.
I mean, there you don't have to do a disclaimer, Elder. I mean, it's not no matter who believes what and what nationality you are. There's over 300 something different passages in the scriptures that tell you he's not white. So you're not spreading the misinformation. But continue, Elder.
And another thing, what a lot of people don't understand, because I do research, I do study, I listen to all the scholars. The alphabet J is not even in the Hebrew alphabet. So, and the alphabet in America, the alphabet in the English language is only maybe 500 years old. The original King James Bible that was completed in 1611, you can go get one, or you can
that's right.
Google it. They ain't got no J's.
Ain't no J's.
Don't have no J's.
No J's at all.
No.
The J didn't come around to the 14th century, y'all. That's very late in the game. The J and the W.
And that's why they try to make you go into all these different
But you do know allegedly it's Seizure Boys year. I don't know how we can expound on it deeper because of the YouTube community guidelines, but you guys are correct.
Let's not do that. We don't want
but we can give an educational purpose based if they want to know why that J was instituted and why it's Jesus. That man is a real man, but he's not who Baba Rashon is talking about as far as the Most High. That Seizure Boys years, and the Michelangelo love triangle, but I'm not going to get into that. Continue.
That's right.
Everything that we are talking about is educational.
Right.
Facts.
Everything we talking about right now is very educational because a lot of our people don't even know that knowledge, don't even know that, we've been tricked to believe in somebody that never existed, that was created at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD under the rule of Constantine.
That's right.
Keep going, Elder. You schooling right now.
But you know what? The craziest thing when you make people aware that you know the truth, and I'm dealing with something right now with my church.
Y'all breaking up.
You ain't gonna convince me something that I know what I'm talking about.
Elder, did we lose you? You said we're breaking up.
Yeah, somebody was breaking up. I think it
Oh.
refused to lose. I think that was that sister talking.
Hey,
I think she was
sis.
breaking up. I think
Sis.
she was breaking up a little bit.
She was responding to you. Sis, respond to the elder again. He wanted to hear what you had to say. It was breaking up.
I was saying when you bring to the light that you realize the truth and that you did your own homework, you know, it'll be 20 of them and one of you. And it'll make it look like you wrong because you're the only one who want to believe but it's true.
Exactly.
On you.
Right, that's what you call the mentally dead can't comprehend. If a person's mentally dead, if they don't have no research or if they don't have no comprehension, they're gonna think you're crazy. He talking crazy. He racist. If it ain't none of that, it's the truth.
It says
Hey,
that
Elder,
too.
when you mentioned the Council of Nicaea, most people don't know that that's where a lot of their holidays and beliefs came from, and that Saint Nick and Black Pete was right there, and that's where the feast of Saint Nick came from, that we now know as Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, well, all the holidays of paganism has nothing to do with spirituality. See, we are spiritual people by nature.
Mm-hmm.
We are nature people by nature, you know. And a lot of our people, when you invade a people and conquer them, you wind up speaking English, you wind up speaking Dutch, you wind up speaking German, you or this, that, and the other. All your ways of doing things that the ancestors did are totally wiped out.
Facts.
Totally wiped out because the people now is new people. You know, you look at all the technology that's going on from the time I was born in 1948 up to now. You know, there's a lot of evil stuff going on with all this technology.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Maybe a lot of people might not believe this, but this country is run by. I mean, this planet is being run by reptilians, people that not even human.
Facts.
I don't know if people believe that, but
no, but you know, Elder, you know, YouTube. I know what you're talking about because I've been studying up on reptilians for a minute too. But you know, Elder, I don't know if you noticed on YouTube since I think it was in 2017 after they lost all their advertisement because one of the Paul brothers, all the videos that talked about either conspiracies, which I don't like calling things conspiracy no more, is when there's basis to even conversate about it. It's not a conspiracy anymore, but YouTube took down all the videos about the Nephilims, all the videos about I can't pronounce it. Y'all know what I'm talking about, from the Anunnakis and all that. Yeah, they took everything down. You barely could find. If you go to my channel, I have a video that I'm scared of that did so much views that I wanted it to only have under 1,000 views, Elder, because it talked about the other alleged 19 continents around. But I don't want to go deep into that. And they had
that
the
was
old,
dope.
Oh, I didn't even know you seen that, bro. Thank you, bro. And I miss talking about things like that on YouTube. But 2017, I stopped because YouTube will delete channels and claim it's misinformation, even though if you could substantiate it. So I'm nervous, and I love that you could break these things down that I didn't hear get talked about in a minute on YouTube. But it's not because we don't want to talk about it. We've been suppressed, Elder, deeply.
No doubt.
I believe that 100%. Yeah, we have been suppressed and oppressed and programmed and conditioned to think like somebody else wants you to think.
Can I add something to that? Being that you said that they was taking all that stuff down, they was taking all of it down. But you notice how they was taking that down, and then like COVID hit. It's like this shit just goes to show there was awakening happening, but now we got to try to slow that down. We got to divide them. Hold up. Yeah, you got to get a shot.
Let's say the jab. When you said that, I can know how YouTube is thinking. The jab. Go ahead.
The jab. You got it. But you see how they kind of ran right behind each other. This happened, and then that happened. The course of events is just running together.
Exactly. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know a lot of people are waking up, out of their sleeping slumber. And it eventually will change,
Elder, I want to know your opinion because I be in the bushes in all your videos. I don't want to take away from the show. I just love watching it. And I make my kids watch the conscious things that people on YouTube, the mature ones. All my kids watch their videos. Even though me and Sonetta have our ups and downs, but he knows he could call my phone. So let me go to you. What would people like you? Because Sonetta is too much like me for the ask a man like Sonetta. Sonetta is who I want to be like when I get older when it comes to streets politics because he got good energy. But you're much an older dude. What would it be looked like when women are just going crazy and doing abortions, fighting for their rights to do abortions, and basically attacking people who speak against abortion? What did people do in your era and time frame as far as when you were like 19, 20 years old?
There wasn't too much of that going on. But, you know, it was just a different era from what it is now. I think they started doing a lot of abortion early 80s, late 80s, 90s, stuff, you know. But we didn't deal with too much of that, you know. If a chick got pregnant, you know, she had her baby. Most of them got married, you know. So it's a whole different story what it is now, but it's our agenda now. The agenda is this for depopulation. Not only with the abortion thing, they're putting poison in our food. We feeding our children poison instead of feeding them red beans and rice, garlic, plenty of fruit, you know, kiwis, mangoes, rice and potatoes, you know, stuff that come from the earth. And then a lot of the food is GMO. They ain't got no seeds in it. Yeah, so everything is, you know, going through technology. They find that, you know, talking about they got too many people on the planet. That's the biggest lie ever told.
I keep hearing that nonstop. Too much people on the planet, and that sounds ridiculous for it to be a problem to have too much people. I do believe, right? The land.
Right. Look at all the land that they got golf courses. They got all the land got cows and pigs. You know all that, and then they got a lot of land not even being used.
Right. Can we talk about Admiral Byrd?
I can walk around New Orleans right now and show you a whole bunch of land.
No, I believe you, Elder. I know during your time you heard about Admiral Byrd. I have bad ways of pronouncing things, but the man, and it's not misinformation. He said when he went to Antarctica, because I know he went to like 5 expeditions.
I heard about when he went through another portal.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So you know what I'm going to, and we can't. What's embarrassing, Elder, is I would love to be on YouTube all day, all night discussing these than hip hop, even though I love hip hop. But they silenced me because now if I go deep on Admiral Byrd, you know where I'm going already. The minute you said that, so you know where I'm going, and he goes. It's like he falls in love with all the vast majority of resource he's seen, all the extra land, and it's like something in me gets mad, like. It's like humanity just accepted to be perfect slaves.
Exactly. That's right. They don't want you to know the truth, you know. And that silenced my channel too. If I make a video about Kanye West, I might get 5,000 views. If I make a video about the Anunnaki, or I make a video about, you know, this things that's going on every day and night. Elder, they won't give you no views.
Elder, look at the views. I knew when I put Joe Biden's name in the title and Roe versus Wade, I knew what was going to happen with the views. But I wanted it like that because, let me explain to you why I don't mind my views being under like that when it comes to this subject. Because the same people who would be claiming they love this dialogue and conversation, they'll be the same ones flagging what we're speaking about. So in a weird way, I just wanted the good minds. It's because I need to build this morning. Everything can't be hip hop all day. I got to throw out the garbage sometimes and get the good back in my mindset. There needs to be a balance. So I'm going to fall back and let you continue.
Yeah, that's right. That's the same way with my channel. It's a very diverse channel.
I think you don't know you a star. You keep saying my channel. I fell back because everybody know Baba Rashon, man. Like, come on, man. Don't do that. That's why I fell back, because you are the star in the room right now, honestly.
No, I'm just like everybody else. I mean, Everywhere I go in New Orleans, people be trying to get my autograph. I don't like that. I don't like that title of being above everybody else. All us the same for as acquiring knowledge. It's up to the individual to acquire knowledge.
Amen.
That's a
our
fact.
knowledge ain't no greater than the next man or the next sister, next brother or the next sister.
That's a fact.
The same as y'all,
I
That's a
love
fact.
people like you. I could.
That's why I like being
all
around
day.
elders. That's why I like being around the elders, man. I'm like a sponge when I'm around the elders. That's why I matured and I grew up fast because I was always around older heads. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was my parents, uncles, aunts, godfathers, godmothers, I always soaked up game.
Same way here. When I was coming up, when I was 19, 20, I used to be hanging with dudes 35, 40, 50, even some 60 years old.
Correct.
One of my favorite friends, he lived to be 101 years old.
Wow.
He died about 20 years ago.
Wow.
But him used to sit there and talk. I was like 25 years old, and that man was way up in his 60s.
Yeah.
Him used to sit there and talk. He used to give me knowledge.
That's why you smart, Baba Rashon. I did the same thing you did. I'm not gonna say hate. I can't stand our generation and our melanated folks because of this reason, Baba. Every other culture, the older you get, your worship, your praise, everything through life and societal, like that's a gift. And I still do that to people now. Me and you had a little situation, and I did a video where instead of going in on the elder, I said my respect and admiration for you because I'm just cut from a different cloth like most people in the panel and in the chat. It's like I'm nervous. See, your age, the respect I'm giving you. Nah, man, when I'm your age, if I'm lucky to make your age, these kids, my kids' age and all that. Oh man, Lord, man, I'm done for, man. I'm done for, man. When I don't got this power no more, this energy blessed with God, they gonna run through me, man. Pause. I see it. No respect.
You gonna be all right.
Word.
Nah, they call us. They call us old when we get 20-something years old. They
30,
call us old at 30. These people lost their. You're still young. When I hear a 60-year-old get killed, I'm like, damn, he had so much more years. These niggas call you an old man when you 27, 30.
Hey fam, I'm 51 and I still got energy. I move around. I don't feel like I'm old by no means.
Right.
And I move around. And I'm still, you start dying when you ain't got nothing to do. Keep yourself active, man. Start educating yourself and learn that this world that they gave us is not exactly what it is. And once you start realizing that you've been taught some lies, you'll get off your butt and start wanting to go see it for yourself. And like we was talking earlier about the military, the one thing I could say about the military, it allowed me to see places that I wouldn't probably got to see otherwise.
Preach.
And I'm still traveling to this day behind it. And I got to see some of those things that I read about for a very long time, and it afforded me that, and it also gave me a skill that I could take care of myself for the rest of my life.
Facts.
So, and back on the elder, I wanted to ask the elder.
We lost you, neighborhood. Say that to Baba again.
On the women's rights movement and how. I want to ask his opinion on what he think about the women's right movement, which is connected to the abortions. About how, at one point, they want to be our equal, but then they want to be able to make this choice totally on their own. What you think about that, Elder?
Well, it should be a balanced thing, All that come from way back, the feminism and all that, because he wasn't treating his woman right, this, that, and the other. That's how the sisters got a hold of that. It's just a bunch of unbalanced distractions. It's supposed to be even Steven. A masculine man got his job, a feminine woman supposed to have her job.
Facts.
It's supposed to be, each one got a job. Just like a married couple. The sister is the first nurture. Exactly. The father, he's supposed to be the dominant force to keep everything in order.
Right. Correct.
He's supposed to be a teacher of his, especially if you got sons, you got to let them know what's going on, even his daughters, you know.
Even the daughters, go ahead and preach, man.
That's right. Because when you got a strong man in the house, everything gonna stay in order. And the children, when they grow up, they gonna work. They might stray away a little bit, but they're gonna execute what was taught to them in their environment from their mother and father.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I wasn't raised by my biological mother or father. I was an offspring. I ain't ashamed to say it. But the people who raised me, especially I call it my daddy, he was my biological daddy. And he taught me how to work. He taught me how to make money and save your money and do the right things with it. He taught me how to respect older people, respect women, you know. Don't get out there with the wrong crowd and be doing things you ain't got no business, because you're going to wind up in the graveyard or in jail, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. That was a real man, though. That's a real man who took care of you, who wasn't even his biological son. And that's why I salute all stepmothers and stepdaddies who come in place and you know, take care of their business that they supposed to. You know what I'm saying? When somebody else.
Simps.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't no simp, because he might marry like a lady, maybe got 1 or 2 kids and daddy went away. I don't call no man no simp like that.
Nah.
Sometimes that be your soulmate you can come together with.
Correct.
She got 2 children, you make 2, 3 more, and you still got a family.
I only call you Baba. I only call her like a step parent a simp if the real parent is there and they want 100% to be in their kid's life and you're preventing that. Then it's a problem. But if a man and a woman step up where another parent fell down and didn't want to step up, man, I always want to give them people flowers, because I have friends like that who don't know what it feels like to have their biological parents and their parents ain't even dead or nothing. Like, it's either they use the drugs as an excuse, or so I definitely agree with y'all on that.
Right. And just like my biological sister, later on I found my biological family. Right. Yeah, I found them about 15 years ago.
Oh, that's good.
I got 4 living sisters, and my brother, the one was adopted with me, he died about 15 years ago.
Rest in peace. You conversate with your sisters?
Huh?
You conversate with your sisters, Elder?
Oh yeah, I see them all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I got 2 of them live here. 1 live in Houston, and I got the oldest girl, Diane. She stay in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
You're relatively close. Word.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I got my sister Kathleen. She don't stay too far from me. I got plenty of nieces, nephews, plus a couple of my grandbabies. You know, I made a few. Yeah.
Yo, salute to you too, bless one, man. I like that video of you outside with the cones with your son, making your son run them cones. Yeah, yo, bro, listen, man, we need to be applauded. You know, we don't get enough props. Father's Day be coming and going, and it doesn't get celebrated enough like Mother's Day do. You know what I'm saying? But I salute all the good fathers, all the real daddies that's in their kids' life, because I do the same thing with my kids, man. I just don't put it on the internet, but I like that.
You good. You know? My son is not really the best of football player at all, bro. But I caught myself. He just turned 6, and he's been playing football since 5. So I'm trying to give him a head start. But he's not the best player.
King? Is he king? That's the one who's king?
No, that's not King. The football coaches want him, but he just turned 3. Okay. He's too big. Okay. It's just that he's not old enough. Now, here's the thing. Like, since we talking about fathers, I caught myself getting mad at my son when he was 5. He's not a good football player. And I was like, what do I do to spend time to teach him the game, though? You know what I mean? I'm talking all this shit, and I'm like, damn, son, do this better. But do I go out and teach him? So now I put money in buying a football, the cones, stop talking crap, and go out there and teach him. Like, kids at that age will sponge anything from their dad to make their dad proud. Correct. So what Baba and you are saying is absolutely correct. I see my boy doing stupid stuff just to mimic me. Like, he wants to be a YouTuber because I'm on YouTube. So he watches YouTube nonstop to say daddy, and I don't want to go deeper on that story because he sees some of the knuckleheads on YouTube too. Like,
This is what I would say to that, right? It's just like my nephew. He's in college now. When he was much younger, I used to coach his football team, Pop Warner, and he was on the B team. He was good, but what he was best at was hockey. You know what I'm saying? So I told my sister, you know what I'm saying, which is his mother, I'm like, listen, you know, maybe football is not for him. See if he likes basketball. He tried basketball. He didn't really care for it. He tried soccer. He tried baseball. But guess what? His passion was hockey. And he's the only black kid in the school that he went to that was playing hockey. But guess what? He was better than a lot of the white boys. And a lot of family members got mad. So I always say this to parents: support your child, right? Support your kids if they playing sports. And I say this off of my own experience. My parents turned around and was looking for their parents, and their parents was nowhere to be found. So it was the coaches that was, you know, applauding the kid and telling the kid, hey man, you did a good job, nice touchdown, nice catch, this and that. So always try to support your kids. If they want to do soccer and you might want them to play football, listen, back them up onto the soccer. If they want to play baseball, but you want them to play basketball, back them up and support them. Give them that full support, because, you know, the blessing comes, you know, if that child make it pro and become a professional, you know what I'm saying? Now they could buy daddy and mommy that house. You could on ESPN and they be like, yeah, thanks to my moms and dad. Because a lot of these kids that end up going to college, who you see on the platform with them, it's more their mother and less their father. I'm not saying there's no athletes. Like I watch an athlete commit to Miami Hurricanes. His father was behind him. His mother sat right next to him, and she unzipped her jacket when he put the hat, you know, she revealed her, you know, Hurricane t-shirt on. And that's love. That makes me happy, you know, even if the parents ain't together. That's why I said me and my kids, me and my kids' mother, our kids don't know that we're not together. You know what I'm saying? Because we do things together. We go out, we go to Dave and Buster's, we go to the, last week I was on a live and they wanted me to come up on the panel while I was like, yo, I can't. I'm at the trampoline park with my kids. Their moms was there with me. So to their eyes, me and mommy is together. You get what I'm saying? So that's the best thing that we as parents can do. Leave up, you know, put the differences aside and let's be parents. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate my kid's mother. She's the best mother in the world. Me and her, we could just have our differences. That's between me and her. You know, I don't let it affect my kids. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I damn sure don't tell my kids, oh, your mother's the worst. I hate when some women do that. They bash the father to the kids. And now it's like you forcing the child to pick sides or like you more and all this other stuff. Oh, your daddy said he was going to come pick you up. He ain't here. He's a bum. Like, why you got to say all of that? You know what I'm saying?
I hear that all the time. You dislike your dad.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
Hey, me too. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
It ain't good. You saying shit like that, you know what I mean? You kind of bashing your kid right in front of your kid's face. Like,
and then sometimes they don't even want the daddy to see the kid. That's what I really hate.
Hey y'all, here's the crazy thing what some of these women don't realize. When they sit and they tell this 3-year-old that he ain't gonna be no good, or you gonna be just like your daddy in prison, you're setting him up. You're the first person in his life. So you're listening, he's listening and soaking in everything that you say. You can't get mad if he believes you and all of a sudden he end up what you telling him he is. You should tell him he can be anything that he want to be if he set his mind to it. But they're so busy bashing him, telling these little boys they're gonna be just like their dad. You're gonna be in jail. You're gonna be this. To when he grow up and he end up in that situation, all he did was believe you.
Yo, I want to just say shout out to everybody that's supporting their children, all the parents supporting their children. Because when you just brought that up, man, that shit took me to a little deep place, man. Because I was one of those kids. I was better than everybody on the team, but I didn't have the moral support. I could look into the stands and knew nobody was there for me. So just listening to you talk about that shit, man, it took me to a little place. And shout out to everybody that's supporting their children, man.
Hey, shout out to you, JVB. I can agree with you on that. I be telling my little son that, like, at the same time I build him up, I make him know what I went through. I be like, bro, you cry a lot and complain because you spoiled, but I love you for that because I didn't get that what I give to you. So I like the fact that grown dudes can admit to that. I mean, it's not that I hate my mom and dad. They're the hardest worker I know in life, and I got admiration and respect for them. But the truth is the truth. I can look at the stands and didn't see that. So I agree with you, bro.
Correct.
My peeps just wasn't into sports. They didn't care about it.
Right. Big facts.
Yeah. You know, when I told my parents, I'm like, I got a game today, Dad. He's like, well, you know them sneakers that you want? Well, Daddy got to go hit the road and go, you know what I'm saying? And go work. And I'm like, but Dad, you know, you're a cab driver. You're your own boss. You can at least come to the game for like 30, 45 minutes. Guess what? I can make that $300. You know, driving a cab back then before Lyft, before Lyft and Uber, cab drivers made a lot of money. I don't care what city you was in. Taxi cab drivers made a lot of money before Uber and Lyft. Just to give y'all a rundown. I had to sell my father's cab. My father passed away in 2012, right? So he owned his own medallion. Appreciate that, bro. So he owned his own medallion. So we went to a lawyer to do all the paperwork and stuff. We found a buyer. The lawyer was like, wow, if y'all came in 2009, y'all could have got $675,000 for this medallion at that time. Yes, for that medallion. The medallion, basically, if nobody knows, it's the metal plaque that's behind. Exactly, that's on the back, the hood of the trunk of the cabs. Any cab, whether you're in New York, Chicago, Philly, wherever you at, whatever, right? So that means that and the person's name could be on the side or whatever. So my parents came from Haiti. Like I always say, I'm American Haitian, but I was raised like I was being raised on the island. You get what I'm saying? So my family is very tight knit. We're cultural. We got lots of family in Florida, all over. That's why whenever I hit down there, I got to definitely link up with Bless One because I got family in St. Pete. I got family in Broward. I grew up I lived in Broward, went to Orlando High School because I was being a knucklehead up here in Boston. So my parents was like, nah, man, you going down there, whatever. But long story short, I'm like, what? $675,000? Even down to 2011, it was still $250,000. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to throw out the number that we sold it for, but it was less than that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like if we sold that, what we could have did with that money and stuff like that. But that's why, man, I tell people, if you're a business owner, get your kids involved as well. So one day, God forbid, you get these medical problems and, medical conditions, your kids can run the business. You know what I'm saying? Because you put them in the right position to manage the company and all this other stuff. My daddy didn't do that with none of us. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know nothing about the cab game and stuff like that. But if he just took the time, even though I was being a knucklehead, but in 2012, I've been stopped that. I grew up out of, getting into trouble and stuff like that. My father, that like one of the last conversations we had is I said that to him. I was like, I appreciate everything you did. You took us around the world. We got to see Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Got to see different states, Washington, Philly a lot, New York a lot. Because from Boston to New York is only 3.5 hours. You know what I'm saying? And what separates us is Rhode Island and Connecticut is the two states that's in the middle. So we got to see. Go ahead.
Maybach Mel, Baba Rashon, JVB Gaming in the neighborhood. My daughter been under the weather all day today, so I'm getting to school, so I got to pick her up early, which is another reason I'm going to put her back in private. I don't like public. Let me be quiet. I'm saying too much. But what I want from everybody is I could get more people in here if I put the title in a different way. All you got to teach you, if you guys are new YouTubers like The Game Ain't Fair, learn from people like Baba Rashon's platform. If you're going to talk about these issues, don't do the mistakes I did and put it in the title. You can sneak and talk about them, but I put it in the title. So tonight, I ain't really going to do much. After I go pick up my kids, I'm probably going to go get them ice cream. I'm going to be real. Y'all put me in a good vibe. People like JVB Gaming, neighborhood. Like, I'm going to just get it out the way, bro. If I'm 51 years old, bro, I hope I have your energy because I love getting older. I never have a weird vibe about getting older. I never thought it was strange. I never thought it was, oh, man, I'm older, nigga. I can't wait. Now, I don't mean to use the N-word in front of Baba Rashon, but I can't wait the older I get, to be truthfully honest. I know life is a good thing. I'm at a certain point in my life, anything can make me happy. I'm a humble brother. It may not appear that way, but I don't mind getting a drink with y'all so y'all can see me beside. Like Baba Rashon said, I talk a lot. So I don't care if it's 5 people in the room, 30 people. If I always click on everybody's link. I don't care how much subscribers you got. I like talking, and we don't do this no more in our communities. I'm about to leave and pick up my kids, but tonight at 7 or 8, I know Baba has a lot going on, but you are welcome. But if you don't come, I'm not one of these weirdos. He don't be coming to my live, so I'm gonna beef with you now, which is what we do best in our community, which is strange. No, that brother ain't there because he's building. And honestly, we need more platforms like his versus another fucking hip hop platform. Truthfully being honest, we got enough of those and less of his.
Right.
So
okay, my brother, I appreciate you talking brothers and sisters.
But Baba Rashon, I'm going to upload this part. I'm going to edit this video. Well, I don't care about this upload, but I'm going to take this portion where you came in and do it separate. I'm not going to lie. I know who you are, and that's the way I do it, to get the views, to hear the message of Maybach Mel, JVB Gaming, the neighborhood, refuse to lose, because your name is going to bring the views. So I'm going to do a separate video where I upload it, maybe on Premiere or regular upload with your name as the main title, just to give you a heads up.
Good. No problem.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
And just to add to that too, what we got to start doing too, if everybody on this panel has a channel, we could subscribe to one another. You know, share, like the videos and all this other stuff. That's another way of form of building. Like you said, it's too easy for us to belittle each other. That's
hold
easy.
on. Maybach Mel has a channel too. Put your links in there. And what? Hey, text me. I'd rather do a video separate for you. Maybach Mel refuse to lose, where I said subscribe to the moderators and we put the links of all the channels. It will be easier.
Bro, I appreciate
like
you, because when you shared one of my videos, I got like 300 views just by you sharing that, and that's what I'm talking about.
But I like when I share y'all videos when the room is lit. Like when we do the verses and we get like 80,000 people in there. Like, y'all need to learn how to, like, hey, bless one, let's share the links now. Like, I don't get mad at that. It's more people in there. More numbers mean more faces gonna see y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I'm just respectful to people. I'm respectful to y'all platform. So if I don't personally ask you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna share the link, even though you might tell me 1,000 times. I feel like I'm a cheap whore on the street trying to promote my, you know what I'm saying? Promote myself. So I gotta get that.
That's the way
you know
I
what
did
mean?
it, bro. Bro.
I feel you.
And we get scared of each other, and I make sure I don't be the person that I make us get. Meaning that I'm the last nigga that get mad when somebody try. How you gonna build your brand, especially in YouTube today, the way it is? It used to be where you don't have to promote yourself, but now you have to, bro, because they made it harder. So the likes of people like Baba Rashon, I seen when he built his. I can definitely speak on that, and he never changed or strayed away from how he built his platform. So now it's organic. Mine's is not organic. You guys are organic, but mine's is I talk about 100 different things in hip hop, so people click on for the beef. That's why they ain't here today. But his supporters, he can talk about any topic, they're gonna click and watch. So that's the problem when you get like 100-some-thousand subscribers. YouTube will tell you that too. Not all get the notifications because they're not really clicking on your videos. They liked a viral video that you had, and that was the only video that they liked. So out of all my videos I got, then people probably only like 1 or 2 videos. That's the problem they don't tell you when you have 100,000 subscribers too. I don't pay attention to the subscribers, no disrespect. I pay attention to the conversation. That's what grows your platform.
And I like that live that you did yesterday, because you were saying some real stuff, and I didn't even know. I didn't even get no notification, and I make sure I always hit the all bell on everybody's platform. But I noticed, like, for the last 2-3 months, YouTube's has an issue with the notifications. You get what I'm saying?
That's because I had a strike before. Like, bro, believe it or not, bro, YouTube did what they're doing because they built it like that. I had a strike, so when you get a strike on YouTube, they kick you off the ranking list. Then, and if you think YouTube doesn't suppress people, I don't even know if I can admit it, if YouTube will get mad. Let me be quiet.
No, but I know what you mean, though.
We know, bro. We know, bro. I know.
Right.
I be knowing.
Shout out to JVB.
But see, this is the building that I want to do on my platform. I don't care if I have just 10 people and y'all are part of that 10 that comes on my channel, because I like building and talking about stuff that the masses need to be aware of.
Right.
Like I said, I know they don't want us to say certain things, but there's code words that we can use. You know what I'm saying? When we, talking, like I said earlier, with the juice, the cocoa, you could say certain things like that. You get what I'm saying? They don't want you to say exactly, you know what? And that's, like I said, only liars want the truth teller to be silenced. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, because I could learn the knowledge from Baba. I could learn from JV. I could learn from, all of y'all gentlemen, even like Bless One. He might be the youngest on the panel, but I still take stuff from him. And that's why I always hit him up, and I always say, like, man, bro, you give me the motivation without you even talking to me. You know, he was like, man, you should have built your YouTube channel. And I was like, I know.
I told you that. You're an educated brother.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm a single father too, you know, and stuff like that. You know, my kids are toddlers. They're not like teenagers where they
I think every single one of you cats should build up a YouTube channel and get this digital money. Facts.
Bless one. Let me tell y'all what I'm starting in June. I'm gonna do the same thing, but my channel is gonna be based around me and my 18-year-old son traveling different places in the world and showing people how they can live, what the real cost of living like, what it takes to really maintain here. And we're gonna be we taking our first trip in June, and then we'll be back at it in December. But just trying to school my son so he can see other things too, so he can understand that we are a global community, and you don't have to get your money out the mud or in the streets. There's a lot of other ways. You got to just know that these places and these things exist. And y'all, I'm kind of new to the YouTube thing, so I'm probably gonna be hitting y'all up to get as much advice as I can. But I'm just really trying to show the world that we don't have to live in some of the conditions that we in. Go out, see some things. This is a beautiful planet, and there's a lot of beautiful people from all different walks of life. And most people who live in the ghetto ain't killing each other. Point blank, period.
So you already have the channel, right? Because I heard once you go through Google, you automatically get the YouTube channel. You just got to add content to it. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
I got you. Yep, so I got the channel, but I just hadn't started adding my content to it.
And the subject that you're talking about, as far as like doing like travel vlog, that's big on YouTube.
You're gonna grow. Mel, you smart. I was just about to tell him. In like 1 year, you have a chance. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but you have a higher chances of getting all the subscribers I got that took me that long in 1 year just by doing travel channels. I got a homeboy from Atlanta called Miko Worldwide. My bro been going everywhere. Now he goes in hoods. I watched this man get 100,000 subscribers less than 2 months when Young Dolph died. That ain't no lie.
Correct.
You just need one video. You could be on YouTube for 8 years and don't get no views. But like I tell everybody, keep going, because it just takes one video to get noticed. Everybody gonna click. So never quit.
Correct. And it's funny because I know about Miko because I was watching all his vlogs that he was doing in Dominican Republic. And I would be in the chat like, yo, you go to the other side of the island, show them Haiti. And he's like, yeah, if y'all want me to go to Haiti, you know, hit me up and all this other stuff. So I was watching him for a minute for like the last 2 years, 3 years or whatever. So if you do that neighborhood, like I said, that travel vlog, people will be interested. Like you said, it's just you and your son, and you show the area, and you know, you do it like, hey, we're getting on the plane now. Oh, we just landed. Let's show the beach area. Let's show the, you know, that's good right there. That's great content right there.
I might need
That's what it's about, having content. That's how you get the traffic.
Right. No, take Mel's advice, man. Even going to where you bought the ticket, you go, I'm going to the bathroom, all that. Believe it or not, I be at home bored as fuck. I watch these videos. I watch videos about cats playing with lint, cats fighting each other. I just be sitting down and I'm stuck watching these videos for like 2-3 hours, bro. So record your life like that. I'm nosy like that. I ain't gonna lie. Most people are, bro. They just lie about it.
Yeah, they want to see what you do.
Right.
Yo, I got a channel, but it ain't really doing like I don't got a lot.
Hey y'all, I'm a drop down. I just pulled up at the VA, man. I'm gonna get on with you tonight, man. I appreciate all of the love. It's good to have good conversation and adult conversations with good people. And bless one, I've been watching you for a while, bro. I love your content. I love what you're doing. And I just started kind of speaking out a little bit, but don't be on a lot of platforms, but man, love what you're doing. And everybody else, man, I'll see y'all soon. And hey, Baba, thank you. Wanted to always talk to you, and I got my opportunity today. So
I'm so good about it. Thank you, brother. I want to talk to anybody. Bro. Hey, I'm gonna drop too, but let's let JVB Gaming leave the room off strong with your information on how to subscribe to Baba. Yeah, don't worry, Baba. You're a respectful man. You so respectful, man. You could have dropped a long time. I felt like, damn, I see when Baba got up. I'm like, damn, I'm holding my nigga like I gotta tell him he could go, man. My fault, Baba. Man, you respectful. JVB Gaming, take us home so I could dip, we all could leave, and so how we could find you. Everybody, don't worry about this Baba interview. Or it's not an interview, it's just him speaking to the world. I'm going to put his links and everything on a separate video, so he don't have to give any of that. I'm going to make sure in like 2 hours you'll see it, Baba. It's going to have everything with the pictures.
I'm a sub to both of y'all channels, man. I'm a sub both of y'all to y'all channels. Baba, I heard of you, but I never watched no videos. Now that I got to see you on Bless One platform, I know he's not a cornball. He rocks with people that, you know, rocks with him. He's a respectful guy, so definitely I'm a sub to both
I
of
even
y'all.
rock with my YouTube enemies. Don't believe the hype. Dudes who don't like me, I watch them still.
I'm going to subscribe to everybody's channel, too.
Okay. Definitely, man.
Y'all got to get on out of here. I enjoyed talking to y'all. I'm going to try to catch you tonight, my brother. When you do your live stream tonight.
Yeah. I don't want to do no hip. After this type of live tonight, I got to get a serious topic going on. I like this.
Salute, Baba, man. Salute. So JV, you said you got a channel too, right? So I'm a definitely sub. You know?
Mel, por que ça ou cache figue ou, man? Ou semble au monde qui baise mute figue li tout temps. Why you hide your face, bro? Show the ladies what you look like, my nigga. Hiding this shit.
He said, I cache figue you.
Even JVB gaming, bro. I ain't judging brothers, but it's like niggas. I be thinking niggas like Corey Holcomb said, niggas that got some deformity or something. They be hiding their face. Y'all look like some strong brothers out here.
Hey, yo, like, real quick, right, gentlemen?
The hoes gonna subscribe, bro.
Real quick, I know what y'all know what that is. If y'all could see that.
Okay.
You see what that's about, right?
Right.
I can't see it.
You can't see it? All right, let me get closer. You see what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Well, put it like this, right? My boy got me that because I'm into that, right?
I believe
and stuff
that.
like that. But basically, I'll say this: before 1948, all encyclopedias that was published before 1948 was talking about the Earth is flat, and they actually taught that in public schools, in all schools. So after 1948, they switched everything, and we started talking about, we live on a. Listen, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get off topic, but we're going to talk more about stuff like that.
Would probably be a good one for us on another time.
Definitely.
I appreciate you guys. I just
Likewise,
want to give
bro.
a little 2 words in real fast. Like I was saying about the channel, I don't have many subscribers, but what I do is, I like to bring awareness to the community in certain things, and I also like to bring awareness to I cultivate marijuana, so that's just one of the things that I do.
Me too.
I'm not sure how to go about it, as far as you know what I mean, but I would love to hear, some ideas, man. I appreciate you guys.
I can try to give you ideas. Do not put links to where you could purchase, even if it's legal or not. If you put links into yourself,
I would never do that.
No, but that's stupid. That's how YouTube is getting done, bro. Like, they will strike your channel if the links lead people to go click on that link and purchase marijuana, even if it's legal, which I thought that was crazy. I have a YouTuber homeboy that you probably watched him. I don't know how to say his channel, his old channel. He had like 2 million subscribers, bro. He was making good money, and his whole life spending of everything stopped because YouTube to have this war against marijuana channels now. If you notice, my channel name is I Smoke Hip Hop Live. The majority of the beginning was all about marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a good guy. I wish every day I could talk about marijuana, the strands, all day. This is my life, and you see how I live over here. Yeah, exactly, bro. Here. I don't like taking medicine away from people. I know this is the medicine to stop the madness out there, make people cool. But it's like there are ways around it. You're gonna have to give me time to look at it because I know there are ways around it. But right now, it's like you can do it as a blog, like you're the marijuana guy without saying it, but I know you want to say it, and it's like that's the part YouTube made hard, like the catchy marijuana names, or now you got to go over it and talk about, like, if you notice, I'm smoking educational purpose that dank while talking about other issues, and I'm still nervous too, because the views will go down when YouTube sees you smoking. Most people don't know that.
There's a way he could do it, the way you could do it. I know 2 people that do it on YouTube platforms. What they do is they actually show themselves at the dispensary. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know a lot of them out here in Massachusetts. You can't, go in with your camera, with your phone out and showing, but you could show the outside and be like, hey, I'm here. So what you could do is you could do strands of the day. Every single day you could do it that way. The cultivating part, I can relate to you on that because I actually went to school out here and, got my certificate in that. You know, I infuse my food and everything and stuff like that, drinks.
I need to talk to you two brothers because I try to infuse my food all the time, but I overdo it. I eat too much and I get way too high like 3-4 hours later. I don't know how to, the proper doses.
Everything is moderate. Everything is in moderation. So, like, I'll just say it real quick. When I make my THC infused oils, I use coconut oil because coconut oil is healthy.
Right.
So on the healthy side. So let's just say we're making pancakes, right? The more scoops of that coconut oil you add, the more potent it's going to be. That's how I tell everybody. Everything's in moderation. So if you add more scoops to it, say you put 4 scoops of that butter into that pan, and to make the pancakes, so it's going to be stronger. So everything's always in moderation. That's what I try to tell people. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But yeah, we could always chop it up, and talk about it more because I know you got to go. Other guys, we all got stuff we got to do.
I got shocked when I took the solo screen off. The elder was still here. But you don't know you better ask Sonetta the respect I got for you. People talk behind people's back, but I make sure, man, I leave good energy with people with me, regardless of how you feel about me. No man out here, even the dude who shot me would tell you he cried, but I ain't gonna tell you for what. But it's not what you probably thinking, cause like I know people say don't say you a real one, but I know I'm a real one based that I can see y'all some real ones too, and I don't know y'all. Anybody who have good energy is a real human being to me. Like I don't care if you're being fake or not. Good energy is good energy regardless, man. I'm not trying to get a best friend. I'm just trying to get good energy around me. I'm a fucked up person at times, and I need to see my own self in a way, like seeing y'all being black men like me in all different ages. I have no excuse when them little kids look at me, my kids, and I'm doing the fuckery out here. I do feel less of a man. So I think positive forms like this is always needed for a balance, because when I do the hip hop shit, I do feel like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, just a fucking clown. And I know that ain't the man that I am or whatever. So thank you to all you good brothers. And I know my wife probably she don't watch almost none of my lives. I know she was watching all of y'all today. She like these type of lives. And I know my mom too, if she's watching this, they don't like the hip hop shit, even though I love it. So thank you to y'all, man. I'm gonna come back tonight. We proved on YouTube today brothers don't fight each other, and I don't even know if we do agree with everything, but we can get the job done without attacking each other and calling each other's out of name, doxing families. And one thing I don't do on this platform, we don't dox kids. You could have doxed my wife and kids. Nobody could say I did it to them. And then niggas have doxed my wife and kids. I still refuse to do it to you, bro. And maybe because I took my shahada years ago, I'm not in Islam anymore. I just respect people of discipline. And if you lack that, you can't be around me. But y'all have a blessed day. Love to all of y'all. I'm not being fake when I say love to all of y'all. Right. Thank you. Bye, y'all. Fuck Saint, stay dangerous. Stay